Like running.
He believes that that you can't really do any good to the people if you're not out on the streets doing good for the people. So he spends the entirety of his patrols out on the streets, on patrol.
I really gotta stop prepping mad monkeys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but how much things do you fight that have weapons?
Everything in this city.
Just to check, is it supposed to be that I don't have access to the Fulton token on the Harrogate map?
Yeah, no, go to the
correct
stuff.
Yeah, here on the Harrogate map, those are just markers for me to know where you separately are.
Right, I just wanted to check.
Yep. Because I was just dragging around a single party token, but then it occurred to me, you guys intend on splitting up, so I better keep track of individual heads.
I'd like to keep us together, but it's just too suspect in this kind of scenario. I mean, we're just too different. We're all dwarves, whatever, but, no.
Actually, there's my problem. I actually didn't prep mad monkeys. I was casting from the token on the mansion map.
I did move you from the mansion to loot and inventory before I closed access to the mansion.
Well, it's like a practically guarantee we're fighting stuff with weapons now. You might want to prep it.
That's weird. I was pretty sure I switched out my 2 mad monkeys for another battering blast and another call the void. No big deal.
I'll go ahead.
One monkeys.
I'll go ahead and cast channel
how
energy to recharge my shield.
So you could just turn invisible at the drop of a hat. You're just like, monkeys, turn visible. All of a sudden there's like a big fucking distraction that no one cared where you went. No one's screaming, where'd the wizard go? And their hat's being taken by a monkey.
Anyways, when last we were gathered, Fulton had just been down into the prison below the Yellow Armory and spoke there with a dwarven child who was arrested after being found with a severed finger on a necklace around his neck. He's being held mostly because, that's a big enough thing to be suspicious over, so they have to wait until the Inquisitor himself has come through to talk to him. Inquisitor General, not just any old Inquisitor.
I cannot bluff through this.
And Fulton has returned to the surface. I think you were intending to go and fetch Gorazin.
Yes.
Do note that the badge that you were given by the captain, the guard you brought it to here at the armory, did take that badge.
So in order to get Gorazin in, I'd probably have to go back with him, which would mean we were seen together.
So what you doing?
Did you hear all that?
I heard we might have to go running, but up past that, no.
To get you in, I would have to go back with you, and then we're seen together.
Oh, well, I had a plan for that.
Okay, well, heading back to Gorazin anyway.
You spot him and Shinalar in an alley not too far from the prison.
Gorazin is probably smoking.
She's doing nothing, as usual. Just leaning against the wall, waiting.
Bombard.
Yeah? Who are you? Yeah, come closer. What do you want? I'm already here, don't you know? Firing this damn gun hunt all the time. I wave you closer. I'll roll bluff if you really want to, but I know I'm in a shady town with lots of fucking ears around. I'm trying to not look like I know him. Get your ass over here.
You'll walk over.
Have you leaned down? And I whisper, What?
There was a dwarven child being held prisoner.
Walmart says in a much louder tone of voice. Oh, I see. So my cousin's in there. Alright. Don't know what he's been doing in there. You know, I came all this way to see my family. What happens? First thing that happens? Because he gets thrown in jail. Sometime, eh? And then he gets up and makes the fall of Fulton.
Yes, Teb is rather rambunctious.
You know, he was only a wee dwarfling when I last saw him. Not even a scrap of a beard, just this little pudgy thing you carry around your arms. Not you'd care much.
You probably still could.
He's that small. Damn. He'd be a runt. Yeah, I'm just following him at this point, and I just wave at she.
And a hooded
Wait for
nod.
me here, Millie. Wait for me here, wait for me here. It's on take by the moment, and if he hurls me into jail, he doesn't have a reason to yet.
Back to the armory.
Beg pardon, back to...
The Yellow Armory.
Gotcha.
What he was just at, you know.
I imagine it's going to get a little irritating to have them all on top of each other.
All one on top of each other.
Tokens.
The tokens. I know what I intend them to mean. Carry on.
Right,
We're all
well,
a block
approaching
away
the
from each
guardsmen.
other. Map scaling jokes.
Guardsmen.
You again.
Yes. I found some family to your young prisoner.
All right. What about it?
Well, being from out of town and all, I'm not sure about your bloody laws on this matter, but assuming the child ain't within legal age, he has the right to at least see one family member.
And he's allowed to, as soon as the Inquisitor General's had a word with him.
Alright, we both know by the time the Inquisitor General's here, he's going to have twice as long a beard as me. I just want to see me cousin is all. That's so wrong.
I'm sorry, Master Dwarf. You might think that we look down on your people round here, but no, we're awfully efficient about matters in a town this small, in a town this tight inside the walls. No, Inquisitor Generals do here by dawn.
That's unusually snappy for such a minor case as this. What was me young cousin charged with again? This big lug just took one look at me and went, "Are you related to blah?" and came charging me this way.
Well, what was it? The kid with the severed finger.
Severed finger.
Severed finger.
What? What possessed him to have a severed finger?
He told us it was his dad gave it to him as a good luck charm.
Okay. Out of character. Do dwarves actually do that? And
None
my
you've
mentality, it kind of makes sense, but...
None you've heard of.
I imagine it's not typical dwarf behavior.
No, I'm pretty sure that's just good old-fashioned child abuse.
It could be.
Here, have this finger.
Alright, Gorzin just kind of frowned. And, well... So there's no way you can let us in, then?
Well, we let your armored friend here in a little earlier, but when the captain gives us his badge of recognition, it's one favor per badge.
So your captain's where?
On patrol. Where's the damn clock tower? He's not due to be passing by too close to here for better part of another hour.
Well, 'tis me cousin, and I'm not exactly keen on setting off anything too loud. I don't want to get his attention in the wrong way, you know? Suppose I can sit and wait for the sake of a distant relative.
All right. He'll be passing by that next intersection to the south there sometime in the next hour, assuming he hasn't run into bigger trouble.
Fair enough. I find a nice place to sit and take out a pipe and resume smoking.
To speak to the captain, you will be expected to keep up with him.
Gorson lifts his brows, looks at his legs, looks at your legs, looks back at his legs, and goes, "You're joking, right?"
No.
He's joking, right? And I looked at the guard on duty, like, he's joking, right?
No. You want to talk to the captain, you got to keep up with him.
If this was a matter of endurance, I'd be able to run circles around him, but if he just wants to dead sprint, I'm just not going to be able to keep up.
No, it's a nice steady jog. Man needs to keep it up for hours, after all.
Oh, if it's endurance, I can manage that. Resume smoking.
Anyway, it's not here, Master Dwarf. It's the next street down there. He points down the road to the south.
What about that street?
That's where he's going to cross over.
I'll go to way over there then.
At the next street corner, 200 feet away. Also, Lindahl, I know you're floating about invisibly here somewhere, but where? With whom are you floating about invisibly?
I'm just, say 20 feet up within earshot.
Alrighty.
I'm not hovering around anybody. I'm waiting to get off. I'm waiting to set off and start interrogating people with fleshworm infestation.
Uh-huh. That man may have a fixation. Anyways. Do you guys give any word or signal or anything to Shinalar as you pass the alley?
No, I just make a simple stay put gesture.
I still have to pretend like I don't know these people.
Mm-hmm.
He really needs a set of cards or something.
We were playing a board game and I was doing terrible.
Dalton, do you want to continue hanging around Gorzin as he waits for the guard captain, or...
Well, what else would we be doing? What time is it now, anyway?
Oh, it's getting on to about... I think there were... Yeah, I did say there's a clock tower in the area. There's... You think it rang the 10 o'clock hour not too long ago. PM.
Well, if you have all the information you can get on the blood, what's it? So I had it listed down somewhere.
I've got it written down somewhere around here.
Amethyst blood. There it is. Alright, so if you have all the information you can get us on the amethyst blood, then you can just pass it to me somewhat subtly, then yeah, we're fine. You can go and do other things. Was that it? Was just the kid, or did you get anything else?
Let me go double check really quick. Just need to find where I wrote this down.
Because you have plenty of information in Jovial Flesh gets started, so the amethyst blood will need an into, and beyond this kid.
I think it was just the kid, actually.
Let's see here. My notes say you got from Guard Captain Yeoman Tatten.
Right.
You
all the
got from...
information on the jovial flesh.
Yep. Including the arrest of Yonan Ayrton and the deaths of other known associates recently. With only note that it says that they are now dead. no indication of why or if there was investigation or anything.
Right. I have not found my paper yet, so I do not quite recall if there's anything else but the dwarven child for the amethyst blood.
Well, that's it. Your character could just say, and that's all I have, and then just go on and do whatever it is he's planning to do.
At this time of night, that would mostly be go pray.
Okay, go pray. Have fun.
I'm going to float down next to the drow and appear and ask if they need anything from me still.
God damn it.
You've become my running gag.
I've noticed.
This is good.
She'll firmly shake her head and say, "No, I'm quite fine, thank you."
Very well. I shall begin my investigation, and I disappear again.
She's gonna end up with a complex, just assuming he's always there.
Let's
Well,
see
it is
here.
a true seed ring.
Fulton, you have seen on your map, and you've heard mentioned a few times, the Street of 1,000 Gods is actually not too far away. It's there are a great many temples there, it's sort of a collection of various open worship sites.
Perfect.
If you wanted to visit an official chapel of your god, then that would be the place to go.
If there is one Mayday in the city, that's where he's going. So yeah, turning to Gorazin. The child is the only thing of mention.
Alright then. Alright, off with you. That's all. I'll just deal with this captain in my own way.
Yes, good luck.
Thank you for bringing it to me attention. Hopefully, because it'll be alright.
I think I missed part of that.
I think he's just keeping his attention so that he doesn't miss the guard captain pass by.
Alright. Alright, heading off to the Street of 1,000 Gods.
Good luck.
Okay. Lindhall and Shinalar, you see Fulton pass by on the street, headed northwards.
So wait, what? I didn't catch that. That's being weird.
Lindahl and Shinalar was asking if they have anything they'd like to do as they notice Fulton passing by on the street heading north.
Nope, I'm going to fly off and start trying to get my investigation now.
She'll
Alright.
pull up a crate and take a seat. This might take a while.
Okay.
I should be able to get in with these people pretty good.
All right. Whence to are you drifting?
Yeah, so, can somebody recap what the clues we have on the jovial flesh are? I need to, figure out where I'm going to.
The only known associates known to the West City Guard of the Jovial Flesh. Yep. The only associates of the Jovial Flesh known to the West City Guard were Yonan Ayrton and a few others who are now dead. Yonan Ayrton was found. He was arrested carrying fell, like ritual equipment on the Stained Road, and after being released from jail on bail, he turned up missing. Has not been seen.
Well, I guess the Stained Road's a good place to start as any, then. We'll, go over there.
You going over buildings or flying between them?
Hi, I'm evil. You guys are evil too. Let's hang out.
Yeah, I figured I would go as
Nice
the crow
plan.
flies.
For the record, it's going to be very hard for Fulton to assist him by being nearby if he doesn't know where he is.
The idea is that you do know where one another is, so if one gets in trouble, the other can rescue the other.
The beauty of invisibility is true seeing can only go 120 feet, so even if they don't like people flying and have true seeing, if I'm just a couple 100 feet up, they can't see me.
Well, see, invisibility is a lot cheaper to do, and they just have a lot of that. If they can afford a true seeing anything, they can afford a whole fuck ton of invisibility seeing shit all over the place.
All right, so the first event in order that's going to happen is...
Go talk to your buddy. Why are you leaving your buddy behind? You're going to get crapped and die. You know this DM. This DM will trap you and you will die.
Gorazin.
Aye.
You are sitting on a convenient empty barrel just outside an inn
There are always these things everywhere I go.
at this crossroad.
I think the god of barrels likes me or something.
It's, in this part of town where light is not very common, other than the dull glow cast over the city by the watchtower
And the
to
glow
south.
in my eyes because dark vision.
I know you have dark vision, but I'm telling you, you still know that it's dark.
I'm aware when things get dark. It's only 60 feet.
Yes. And you hear footsteps coming up the side, coming up down some street. And you hear
Get
them
up.
getting
shift.
louder. There's
Get ready to start
about-
jogging.
about a dozen, maybe 24 pairs of footsteps. And suddenly coming round a shallow bend in the road from the south is a column of men. There's a man in a very well polished uniform at the front, and about 24 men following him in 3 rows.
I zone in on the one in the armor and jog to keep up. Alright, lad. I need you for a moment.
You pull up alongside the captain at the front. Ah! What can
G'day.
we do for you?
I'll be needing access to that there yellow armory. One of me cousins, from out of town, you see, apparently is in there for something to do with a figure. I want to make sure the lad's alright. He's not even a beardling.
On check.
Mhm. $13.
Oh, is that so, Westerdorf? All right. Well, you can come by the armory in the morning. There's going to be a procession down into the jail then. I'm sure you could insinuate yourself in for a visit.
I need to see him now. The poor lad must be scared out of his mind. I don't know if you even fed him, and I don't even know if he'll be here in the morning, to be completely honest, depending on how things go. I just need to see my cousin. I need to make sure he's alright. I know you do a fine job.
We keep very good care of our prisoners. We like them to survive the night so that they make it to their judgment in the morning.
Aye, surviving's one thing, but being comfortable and not scared out of his blithering mind as the tiny child that he is another thing.
Tiny child. Ah, you're interested in the woodrope boy.
Lad, how old do you think the dwarfling be?
I shouldn't think he's over 20 yet.
And you have any idea how young would he be for a dwarf?
I think he shouldn't be yet 20, but...
Let's see, you've got the equivalent of a... for humans, about a 6-year-old.
Oh, don't get short with me, young sir. Now listen, you come to me with some
Did you just
authority.
Did you just make
You
a
come to
fucking short joke to me, lad, in front of your face like that? I'm in a respected position, but come on.
I told you not to get too angry with me. Come on.
Get angry.
I'm a
as
man
I
in
am.
I'm a man of authority. You come to me with some authority, and I might let you in to see them.
So what, family don't count for nothing in this town.
Family doesn't carry a badge. Watch your step. Returning right here.
Alright.
On check.
Alright. Yeah, natural one. You know, I won't do anything else with it today, so lucky hammer.
All right.
Hey, it didn't fail me that time.
You stumble briefly and manage to get your bearing again as the troop starts heading uphill.
Listen, I ain't asking to go in there and set him free. I just want to see what's going on. I want to know why me cousin was thrown into jail for carrying around a finger and what he had a finger for anyway. Is that too much to ask?
It's a perfectly legitimate concern, and, well, you'll excuse me, but you're not exactly wearing the uniform of the guard or of a man of God, so you can wait your questions till morning.
Hey, so the fact that a man of God came up to me and dragged me out of me nice warm bed tain't enough of a reason.
Sadly, no.
Alright, well, I suppose I have to thank you for your time. Let him go.
The troops march on,
Which direction is he going?
continuing northwest here.
I'm going to double time it back to the Yellow Armory.
Chuff, 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 chuff.
I'm a dwarf. I'm fine. I don't even blink.
You almost weren't.
Well, that's what the lucky hammer is for. I returned to Shin. I explained the situation. Listen, we need to get inside the Yellow Armory, and the captain of the guards being a bugger about things. I don't want to have to bust in. So, I'm going to go inquire to, let me think on this. He says he needs some kind of badge. Is there any way you can fool the guard to think we have one of them badges? I don't know if teleportation would help here.
She hasn't been there, so she can't really target it that well.
Doesn't even have
Yes.
Dimension Door?
Oh, that's true.
I need more in the likes of, well, what I need more is just charm magic, I guess, but if you just teleport me inside, I guess that works too. I mean, it's a kid they got in there. They're talking about dragging his arse out to like some huge judicial nonsense.
Or you could just wait a couple hours.
Well, in a couple hours, the Grand Inquisitor sucker's gonna drag him to like some sort of hyper chapel, whatever the hell, and chop his hands off or something horrible.
Yeah, that is kind of a concern.
Then he'll learn not to get caught.
Yes, he will. But
I suppose you will.
Yeah,
he will
I
learn
have
not to get caught, but that won't be the lesson I'm after. So, yeah,
Yeah, I could also greater invism.
that'll do. I mean, I'm gonna need to hold on. I need to remove something. Let's see. No, I don't have a check penalty with this armor. Okay, never mind. I'm good.
Let me get to my hog.
I know I have a non-lethal bullet in here. Hold on. Okay, so just in case, I'm gonna put oil of silence on my musket, so it doesn't make any sound. And I'm gonna put one of my non-lethal rounds in there.
All
And
right.
because of my class, I can load and shoot this thing just as fast as my actual blunderbuss, because it refers to two-handed weapon, two-handed guns rather than just muskets. So it only takes 2 hands to shoot. It works.
Okay.
So you have a non-lethal round in, and it's been oil of silence. So I'll mark off one of the oils.
Alright, so then she touches him, and poof.
Thank you, lass. And then I
All
go
right.
to sneak in.
You've got just shy of 2 minutes before that wears off.
I don't know how long I have, but I know I need to get in there. So
On that
sit by the
note,
guard.
her Eidolon is going to go ahead and follow him.
Okay.
You mean the one that's the size of a fly? Awesome.
Yep.
I'm presuming you took the minute to summon that while you were in the alley?
Yeah, it'd be easier
Yeah.
to do that first before invisibility.
Yeah, no problem.
You know,
Okay.
if you want, I can make it gargantuan.
We don't need
The
a gargantuan.
most useful.
We need a monster attack, yes.
Let's attack the city
You
with it.
can't see me. Bzzz.
Ignore me!
All right, Gorizon. The alley in which you two have been trying not to be seen is... There we go. is 90 feet from the front gate of the Yellow Armory.
Okay. I click my
You are
heels, give
now
myself
invisible.
haste. Okay, click my heels, give myself haste. I now have a speed of 30 feet, which, no, wait, 40 feet because it's double, so 40 feet. And I just run until I'm within like 20 feet or so.
All right.
Because then I'll need to slow down and be quiet, because at that point I think the guard might hear me.
Okay. Roll stealth.
I don't know what to add to this for greater miss.
Don't add anything for the invisibility. Just roll the
Okay.
stealth.
Technically add 20 if you're moving, but the DM can do that.
Damn it.
Oh,
D20
for-
plus tongue face.
No, let's try to hit the 9.
D20 plus emoji.
Shush to all of you.
Tongue face is my favorite variable.
It is truly unlimited. So there. 17, stealth.
I like angry man.
Yes. You jog briskly down the street. Unfortunately, because it's so dead quiet out, guards do look up and start looking about for who they hear jogging around. They spread out from the front door a bit.
Good. I'm gonna chuck a, I don't know, I guess a piece of hardtack into a nearby alleyway to make it seem like something was over in that direction, because their guards and their wisdom score is probably somewhere in the 12s. Before you ask, do you have the arm strength to do that? Yes, I fucking do. I carry this gun around.
It's hardtack, it's bread, of course you can throw it. It's not like you said, and I'm gonna throw this 25-pound barbell I just happened to carry on me 50 feet down.
Clang!
Free whole load muscles. Something Falcon would do.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah, I'm just throwing something that's heavy enough to make a noise. It's something heavy enough to make another noise in an area they can't directly see, so they go running for it. They can just go in the fucking door.
Hmm. So that's going to lend a very small problem.
Which is, if the door is locked, I have a gun that makes no sound. I just shoot the lock off.
No,
shut the door behind me.
not that. It's that this guy who's standing out on the street looking both ways, he actually rolled 19, which plus his perception, he actually spots the piece of hardtack in the air.
Okay. He makes
gestures-
big ghosts as he wants.
He gestures one of his buddies at, "Eric, come here. Someone's throwing shit around. Keep your eyes open."
Well, that's not going to work. How many of them are there again?
I beg pardon?
How many of them are there?
4.
Okay, and could you tell me where they're all clustered together, are they?
There's 2 standing inside the... I will tell you as soon as that huge rustling bursting of water behind you stop. It's your fan again.
Damn my fan.
So there's this entryway. It goes in a short distance to the closed portcullis. There's 2 of them who are set up. They were all 4 set up at a table there, but now there's 2 of them still standing in the entryway, and 2 out in the middle of the street in front of the gate. There is a narrow passage around the portcullis that is meant to be an entry and exit even under siege conditions, that you would have to squeeze through in order to get in without opening the portcullis first. And it has been 4 of your 17 rounds.
Okay, I just have a simple question because I don't know anything, and I can't measure it from here because there's no
Yep.
map. Can I hit them all if I use a 35-foot cone?
Our hero, everybody.
I have non-lethal ammo, and I don't do that much damage per shot. If I just knock them all out quietly, who cares?
You could get your choice of 3, but not all 4, where they are right now.
Well, I can take a 5-foot step as part of a move action. Sorry, part of a full.
No, I'm talking about in general. If they stay where they are right now and you freely move around them, you could get any 3, but not all 4.
Ah. Okay, I have a dumb question. If you took out a piece of hardtack and your back, like if you took out a piece of hardtack and you put like out of your like jacket, it's in front of you, like you're holding it to your body, and your back was to someone, you're invisible. Would they see the hardtack through your invisibility, or how does that work?
It becomes visible a second or 2 after leaving your possession.
Okay. All right, I guess I got to use the other thing then. Hold on. Where are you? Where are you?
Just murder them. You know you want to.
Hush you, dark voice in my brain.
Ulrich, go to the hall.
Damn it! You're making me lose track of what I want to do. Damn you all. Okay, I have
Burn them,
non-lethal bullets in
laddie.
this thing
Burn
anyway,
them
so
all.
it's already silenced, so I don't really care. You said there was 5?
4.
Okie dokie. I'm just gonna hope they suck and see where this goes.
Okay.
First silent shot, I guess. I'm gonna full attack them.
Okay.
I'll start shooting. Oh, well, that's gonna stink. I can't misfire. He just hears nothing as I waste a shot. Like it's completely silent. You don't even hear anything. I just like, oh fuck.
Well,
I
you're
wait till
fire-
next round.
you're firing the salt loads, right?
No, I have different. I have like actual like I think they're called salt loads. Yeah. Yeah, they're called salt loads. Okay, yes, I'm firing a salt load.
Just a second. No, not.
Yeah, depending on where it hits, they might hear actually, no, I don't even think you hear anything when it hits anything. Like the entire mechanic is like, no matter what it hits, there's no sound. Now they themselves can make sounds. That makes sense, but not the actual bullet impacting anything makes a sound. Otherwise, it'd be a really fucking lame oil of silence if all it did was silence the bang and silence the thud of hitting people. And yes, it does.
No, not abjurant salt, not lamp salt, salt shot. The devil is-
Salt.
Can you link me the salt load, please?
All it is a chemical bullet that takes the damage non-lethal. That's all it does. That's literally it. Nothing else.
Okay, yeah. Just
Plus,
making sure
horses
there
love
wasn't anything else.
It adjusts my misfire rate, but I can't misfire with a two-handed firearm, so...
Yep, not at your level. Okay. Yeah. Your gun goes off silently. You were aiming to try and get them, but instead, for some reason, it all just this load doesn't come out like a blast. It comes out as a slug, and it smacks against the wall of the armory.
With no sound.
Well, it smacks against the wall of the armory. A couple of the men turn. What the hell?
I'll wait till I have an actual full round to shoot them, then resume shooting them. It's a dumb mechanic thing. I just have a pause, go, well, that was dumb, then I start shooting them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so top of the turn. God damn
Wait,
it.
what happened there?
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
I'm mortal. I can roll 1s.
yeah, I didn't see it.
Okay, let's see, what am I going to issue this?
Oh, that's not a 1.
I need one more of those because I am going to bother hasting myself because why not? Ah, hell. I did not do this musket thing right at all. Well, because it's touch attack, I don't think it matters at -2 on both of those, does it?
No.
Okay, well, -2 from this one. I forget that I didn't put rapid in there or anything else. So,
Is that a crit?
well, I'm doing one person. I'm just going to keep cycling through them until either everyone's knocked out or accidentally dead, I suppose. No, I only crits on 20s. Because it's a gun. If I had crit, it's times 4 damage, and I think I might have killed that poor fucker. Non-lethal damage or not. Okay, so that's hasted, normal, rapid, now the other ones. First derivative. Second derivative.
At least you keep rolling high.
And last one. They're all touch attacks. Because this
Oh.
thing's got like 40 foot of fucking shot. I could get these guys. So it's basically going to be that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, and just keep cycling until they're either all knocked out or no longer moving or both.
Okay, roll me the damage for each of those 6.
Okie dokie. I just need to make sure I have the calculations right on that.
I have no idea why you're not using the macro.
It doesn't work the same. It really doesn't. My musket and blood to bust do such different things in terms of turns to hit, damage, it'd be lots of math.
Oh, this is your musket?
Musket? Yeah, I'm not blowing their heads off with a fucking, like, shotgun. No. I'm picking them in the head with a musket. It's accuracy. I don't have to move to do this.
You can only use salt shot with a scatter weapon.
Oh, I have other non-lethal ammo, though. I have the, whatever the hell it's called.
Entangling? Did you buy any of those?
Yeah, I bought those. There's gotta be a non-lethal fucking bullet version.
Nope, that's also scatter only.
So there's, alright, I guess I'm gonna have to
No,
peg them.
even non-lethal rounds in real life are rubber pellets fired from a shotgun that you bounce off of a wall or something onto your target, because firing directly at them will still puncture skin and bust eyes and break weak skulls. You have to bounce the rounds off something.
Screw that noise. I guess I just have to shotgun them in the face with my fucking adamantine blunderbuss, and it's gonna suck for them. Alright, well, this is gonna suck ass for all of them. I can do up to 3 people in a cone, so... like you said, there was 5, right?
4.
4, okay. Well, as long as I get 2 in one cone and 2 in the other, I'm set. As in, like, 2 different guys and 2 different guys.
Alright, give me a second
So,
here.
As long as that's possible, I've gotten the targets I need. So I only have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 shots, so that's literally 1 shot and an extra for each of them if anyone's still standing.
Okay, so, same thing then. Roll your
The difference
damage.
is the damage is much higher.
Yeah, roll the damage.
Okay. Ooh, what did I just do? I think I just, oopsie. So that's the first one. So that's all of them.
Okay.
That's
So
a lot of
basically,
low rolls.
my rolls don't matter. It's a D fucking 8. It's the fact I'm adding 31 to each time. So each person, so it's like, first 2 guys, you guys take that,
I
if the
got
third one's in there. If anyone's left standing, they get the last one in line.
Okay.
What's funny is what's funny though is even though, this is technically inaccurate. If I do 1 shot, and 2 people are in that cone, I roll to attack them both.
I know, you have to roll 2 hits for each of them, but...
And so I get like 2 hits per shot is what I'm saying. So I could potentially hit each person like 3 times per cone.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. The way the cone firearms work is you make 1 attack roll against each person in the cone.
Yeah,
You can't focus a single cone to do 3 hits on one person.
No, I mean like, okay, so there's 2 guys at this cone, so I roll my first shot to hit both of them. I turn and I shoot another guy, like there's 2 guys in that cone, I shoot them and hit them both. Then I turn and shoot another. So if I fire three times, I've hit 2 persons each cone.
Yes.
See that?
Yes.
So I might be doing more than this, is my point.
Yeah.
That's
Relax,
just if I only had 1 person hit.
Because we're only winging this based on your approximate rolls.
Yeah, this is all kind of vague, yeah.
So you fire several blasts in short succession at the guardsmen around you here.
Hasted, just like...
Yeah, I remember.
Thank God it's silent. Otherwise this would sound like a fucking thunderstorm.
Mm-hmm. And when the smoke clears, even from your perspective, you see that 3 of them are lying on the paved stones, not moving. The last one is leaning against the portcullis, trying to reach his hand inside his armor to cover a wound. And there's spacks of white salt and stains of yellowish black powder on the street all around you.
I pistol whipped the last one. I'll spend a grit point on it. You want me to?
You walk over to him.
I apologize in, let's go with Elven, and then pistol whip his ass.
Are you going with a non-lethal coup de grace, or?
Yeah, we're going with non-lethal coup de grace. Just, I apologize
Whack!
to Elven, and flap.
Roll me a d8 plus strength mod.
I don't have a strength mod. I use ant-hole things to help me carry shit. I don't actually have a strength mod.
He collapses and knocks over the table on which they had a game of cards going.
I toss them for a key and head inside.
You don't.
Oh, I don't need a key. It's just open.
You don't need a key to get through this little side passage around the thing, no.
I'm still gonna want one of their keys though.
Okay.
I'm gonna take their key. I'm gonna
You
put all their bodies into a place that looks comfortable, and
the thing is, you have used so far 8 of your 17 rounds. It's going to take you at least 5 rounds to search the 2 nearest you.
yeah, sawdust, blow off the walk off, whatever gets in my way. But I am gonna take at least 3 rounds to move their bodies somewhere that's less conspicuous. Like, what the fuck am I kidding? There's like salt everywhere. Well, that doesn't mean anything went wrong, but anyone who knows guns knows.
Oh, right. Drag the 2 that were in the street back into the shade of portcullis. Make me a strength check.
You could have saved yourself all this trouble by just bringing a cardboard box with you.
Okay.
That's the first one, no problem. And the second? Okay.
I do have ant-hole things on, so I treat it as... I can add +4 to that if you want for carrying shit, because this is technically carrying shit.
This is dragging, not your carrying capacity.
Oh.
Drag is calculated based on carrying capacity.
Yay!
Alright.
Push drag is 4 times your max load or something like that.
Well, I had 4 to both of those.
Alright. You drag them into the cover of the portcullis. You aren't certain in all the activity how long you've got left.
Get inside.
You pass through the passway around the portcullis. You can see that there's small holes in the ceiling and walls that are meant for people to stab with spears anyone they don't want passing through it. You're now in the center courtyard. There doesn't seem to be anybody around, and there's 4 different doorways around the perimeter of the courtyard.
Okay, this is the moment when I use Dwarven Stone Cunning to tell me which way the dungeons likely are. Which way looks the most down, if that makes any sense. And I'll roll Perception. Give me a second. Go to loot inventory, get a bloody token. Add 4 because stonework. I'm just trying to tell which way is most likely going to be down, because that's always where the dungeons are.
Unfortunately, from the courtyard, all you can tell is one of the stairways goes up to the walls.
Which one is that?
There are 3 remaining. 1 straight off to your right, 1 right and forward, and 1 straight off to your left.
When in doubt, go left.
You jog across the yard, and you see that this appears to be entrance to the actual armory of the armory. There's spears, halberds, swords, and armor on racks all around.
Okay, far to the right then. The left doesn't work, right will.
Full 180 straight across. You enter a short hallway. and you can see that there's a barred door on your right that has a set of stairs going down behind it.
Barred as in...
Sorry, a metal door, like vertical bars with.
I can open it though, no problem.
The lock is integrated into it.
No, it's not.
Bang.
I just load actual rounds, it's still silenced, and blow the fucking hinge off.
You blast the hinge or the lock?
Lock, that makes more sense too, otherwise the whole door's gonna fall down.
You blast the lock open. You hear the dislodged piece of metal go ting, 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 ting down the stairs.
Real quick perception then. Just to see if I hear anyone go, "Oi!"
Negatory.
Right, yeah, down I go.
You head down a flight of stairs, and just as you alight on the bottom step, you notice that you can see your foot.
Alrighty, I have a foot. Awesome.
You're in a small room sort of landing. There is the stairs you just came down behind you. There is another flight of stairs going down beside you, and there's a door on your left and right.
So there's a door on my left and right, stairs going down and stairs going back up.
Yep.
I'm gonna head the stairs down then.
No. You reach the bottom of the flight of stairs. There is another flight of stairs going down, a door to your left, and a metal door to your right.
Keep going down.
You head down the stairs, and are you being stealthy or looking?
Yes. I'd like to be at least a little stealthy.
Roll stealth.
23.
As you're coming down the stairs, you hear someone call, "Oi! It's the dinner hour already?"
I shut down in my best human impersonation. Oh, I don't care. I just shut down I.
Come on down, I'll clear the table off.
And we start coming down, and as soon as I see the poor fucker, I'm probably gonna knock his ass too. I load a fucking non-lethal assault round in. I'm just like really resigned to doing this.
Okay, you reach the bottom of the stair. There are two men at a table on the other side of a metal bar's door, just to your right. To your left, and a row of prison cells to your right. Looks like there's another row of prison cells behind the door on your left.
I make sure my face is at least mostly covered by my bloody cloak before I blow these two off their fucking legs.
Roll your 2 hits.
Alright, bang, 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 bang. Right, I'll just use the macros now, because why not?
Man, there's gonna be some words with the lawful good guy.
What he doesn't know doesn't hurt him.
Yep. Let's see here. Yeah, that'll be everything.
Okay. So, I
do
want
stop
to...
shooting if it's obvious they got their ass knocked out.
Well, maybe you could have asked, because now you've thrown all of them, and all except that nat 1 hit.
Okay, well, next time I'll just be more clear. I don't know. Maybe I just don't hesitate very often when I go gun crazy.
I can see that. So you fire several rounds through the prison door gate, and when the smoke clears, you see that there is one guard lying apparently unconscious with a lot of wounds in his chest and leg, and beside him is a pile of junky salsa.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
Humans aren't made of very tough material.
Oh boy.
I have made an error.
I don't.
The prisoners who can see you from there start shouting and panicking.
Oh, oops. I'm gonna have to pay for that. That was my bad.
You know, what
Humans
he doesn't
aren't-
know won't hurt him, but I think this is going to be like news at this
I'm not
town.
mentioning this to anyone anywhere, but I really did not want to kill anyone on this. Well, too late to do that. So I'm just gonna have to roll with it. Rolling with that, I immediately point my gun at the direction of the prisoners and say very simply, "Where's the dwarf?" in my most evil accent possible.
You are a dwarf!
The young one.
Oh, the woodrope boy, he's far end of that bank.
I get going.
You blast through that door, on
If
which
there's a
those
door
men...
in the, if there's a door in the way, yes.
You head down to the far end of the head down to the far end of the line, and you see that there's 3 empty cells at the end. They're all full of fresh straw.
I really wish I hadn't gone down this way. I did not want to turn someone into chunky salsa. All right, you really didn't deserve that. I'm really gonna pay for that man to be revived. What's left of him? God damn, that sucks. At least he was fast, sort of. Pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like 6 seconds.
I'm not sure in this case fast means painless.
Well, it was probably like a flash of hot pain, but then dead. All right.
Technically,
So
it was a lot
where-
of flashes of hot pain.
Oh, it all came. So it's in the same 6-second period. It's kind of really fast. Anyway, I immediately just shout for the boy. He's like, lad, come on, you gotta get going. Come on, lad.
Perception?
I did tell you his name.
It was like Trud or something.
No.
That should be
Oops,
his
I
name.
didn't remember.
You don't see any movement, and you don't hear anyone call out to you.
Listen, this is gonna be your one chance to get out of here before the Inquisitor comes and probably chops your arms off. So it'd probably be best to get going.
You see a small pile of the fresh hay move, and you see a terrified face appear from under it.
Lad, I don't want to have to scare you out now. You need to get moving. Come on.
But where's the guard?
In a better place. Come on.
He wanders out. They said they were bringing my daddy. Who are you?
Well, I'm not your dad, and they're not bringing your dad. I'll tell you that right now. I lied to you about that. Come on. And before I leave, though, well, number one, I dare make sure my fucking cloak is up. Number two, I very simply shoot the locks off all the other cages. Just go like, have fun.
All the other?
Yeah, anyone else who's imprisoned here? This is a fucking jailbreak. I wanted to make it look like, someone came in here and set them all out. I need something to cover my tracks, otherwise they're just going to book after me completely.
Oh yeah, you've totally made it look like somebody came here and busted all these horrible prisoners out.
Yes. Thing is,
That's quite the masterful illusion there.
I'm quite good at it, yes. No, it's this, or they're going to focus completely on me and just me, and I'm 90% sure they can catch these schlubs. It's just, I need a distraction. They're a good distraction.
Am I still the only evil party member?
Salsa.
Okay, so you blow the gate open, and Teb retreats back to the back of his cell.
Lad, come on.
The boy shivers at the back of the cell. He's terrified.
I don't want to have to drag you. I'm taking you back to your pa. These lot won't.
Um, what's the right skill for this? Make me a diplomacy or just a raw charisma check, if you aren't trained in dip.
Yes, get a dwarf to do a charisma check. I hate you.
You're trying to convince him to come with you.
There's an
Charisma is
18.
the appropriate stat. There we go.
You rolled high.
Yay for me.
Okay, you managed to convince him to the front of his cell, but he looks terrified of stepping out of it.
Lad, I need to know where exactly you got that. You said you got a finger from your paw. Where is your paw? We need to go see him. Why would he give you a finger?
It was a good luck charm.
It didn't seem to work all that well.
It's not for
Yeah,
this
totally.
kind of luck.
It totally
Well,
didn't
it's
stop
sort
some
of like
madman
be
coming
fair.
down and killing your friends.
Weren't there 2 prison guards?
The other one got stuck in a. He's upstairs.
Okay, if you'll take me out, I'll take you to see my dad.
Fair enough.
I don't know
No.
where he got the charm. He just gave it to me.
He'll know though. Just get me to your paw. Come on. It's all right. Come on.
He holds out a hand up to you.
I take his hand. I'm gonna lead him along. I very pointedly do not have him face the chunky salsa.
Aww. It's an interesting thing for a young dwarf to see, though.
It would be interesting, but I don't want him to see it. I didn't want
Hey,
to see that.
salsa! I happen to have these Doritos on me. This is
We're
great.
not. No, Dad,
Tasty.
no.
Meanwhile, Shinalar.
There's been some chaos.
A little bit. Little. I can only imagine what she's been told by that freaking Eidolon through this whole thing.
Yeah,
The dwarf has got gun crazy.
your Eidolon has been narrating as best as it can.
Completely gun crazy.
Yeah, it's probably also been embellishing things with.
He told him to have his bare hands, then shot the bits.
And
Is that really embellishing?
It's been about 4 minutes since Garazan went in through the front gate, and you notice that there is a patrol coming up to the front gate now. They'll pass by you on their way to the armory.
Right. Okay, we're done waiting. So she's gonna transpose herself with the Eidolon up here behind Bombard.
Okay.
Don't startle him, he'll turn you into salsa.
Yeah, I know, right?
Zzz, pop. You appear in the dark, barely lit prison.
Who are you?
Beside.
Bang, 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 bang. Okay, be right back just for a quick second.
Give him a moment. I do not think the gunslinger thought this all the way through.
No, really. You had me fooled.
Okay,
It's a
I'm
bad
back.
time to bring up that I thought of a better plan about 3 minutes into this.
Okay,
Mhm.
well, so, well,
Yeah.
what happened? What?
So Shidalar transposes with her Eidolon and teleports in behind Garazan.
Does
Garazan is here with a small dwarven child who he is trying to keep on the opposite side of him from a dying guard and a pile of guard.
She'll make
Although
just
the
a
other
random kind of sound, try to get his attention without saying his name in front of someone that might survive.
Gorzan realizes he has a child next to him, very slowly turns around instead of flailing around with a gun, and then realizes who it is and does not go gun crazy.
Patrol is coming. We need to leave.
Yeah, now, let's leave now.
At this point, she's going to touch them and dimension door them out of there. Aiming to one of the alleyways where they've been numerous times.
Yeah, we kind of have been stalking these alleyways like creeps.
Yeah.
Okay. Please make me your choice of perception or knowledge engineering.
Her or mine? Because I'm good at both.
Her. She's the one performing the teleport, and she is trying to accurately gauge her position 3 stories underground to a approximate position on the surface.
Fair enough.
This is going to end poorly.
That's why you should have
Okay.
taken knowledge engineering.
Okay, so since you had you had the approximate directions from your Eidolon, this is not going to go too badly.
I have no reason not to trust her. Do the poof.
Alrighty. So you bamf out of here and discover that you missed by only a short margin. You appear in a sewer underneath the street. You can see the stars through a grate not too high above you.
I look to she like she planned it. Like, nice choice. I mean, it's
Give
dirty,
me
but
just
good
a
work.
second though, because you did shunt to there. Just need to double check the damage that you take for open space within. Okay, so it's... Okay, so you each take 2 damage, and Teb is unconscious.
Yeah, of course he is. Fun. Can he heal? Tim just looked at she.
Right, she should have a wand. Yes, okay, good.
Yeah, I was about to get a little bit.
If I didn't
peeved.
have it, I would be really upset at myself. No, I've got 2 of
Yeah,
them.
join you. I'd be upset at you too.
Just using a healing wand on him?
Yeah.
Okay.
1 charge off of Cure Light Wounds.
Okay, that... The bruises all over his back and chest disappear. And he seems to be back in condition, but he's still shaken and panicked and is now clinging to Garazan's leg.
It's all right, laddie. I actually pick him up and just start holding him around. It's all right. We're good now. I'm gonna be taking these underground routes for a bit just to avoid unwanted attention for a little while. You said your pa lived where again? In what part of the city?
We live near the Street of 1,000 Gods.
Easy enough then. That's a nice, easy landmark. This is me friend She. Say hi, She.
Evening.
Hi, She.
She be here to help. She has a little friend that'll help us look around for a bit. Could you send your little friend up just to guide us to this proper street?
First, it needs to fly its way out of the prison.
Well, I think I can manage.
It should be back in the alleyway.
Oh, no, it's back in the alley. It has to... and, yeah, it can... hold on, you did sacrifice bond senses. Does it still have a... does its sense still give you a good sense of where each other are.
That's a good question.
If it doesn't, dismiss it and summon it down here. Would you have like 8 summons
I
of the
can
damn
use
thing?
Maker's Call. Just summon it to me instantly.
Oh, there you go then.
Maker's Call wasn't substituted.
No, it should not be.
As Dimension Door using your caster level. If it's out of range, then no, it isn't. And yep, Master Summoner, Maker's Call is not replaced. Perfect. You Maker's Call it back to you.
Alright, then she'll send it off to Scout. Probably just mental command.
Goes up to the grate, not too far away and above you, and reports that the coast looks clear.
We should be fine, Bombard.
Well, we can take this route at least for a bit to pop ourselves up in the Street of a Thousand Gods before we get out. Might as well confuse the trail, you know?
Makes sense to me.
So just have your little friend just tell us which streets to take, the sewer, and my stone sense will take the rest.
She'll relay. How well can it do that from there?
Well, there is a complication in that. Unlike the grand sewers of the city of Paris, the sewers of the city of Harrogate do not line up to the roads above them. The roads have been remade many times as the city suffered various maladies. At one time, the sewers ran under the roads, but now they mostly just happen across them every once in a while.
If we can just get a bit closer before, like just a little bit of distance before we pop ourselves out, I'd like that. Doesn't have to be a ton, just half a
Then
mile.
the best case is, can it see the position off of the moon and try to, see what direction? Would it be north, for example?
The moon did not rise tonight,
Of
but
course.
the watchtower is to the south, and it's a pretty clear landmark.
That'll do.
Okay.
So as long as we're heading north, we'll get there.
Yeah, you're
I don't mind
path-
taking an extra hour.
the path is hardly straight, but you are eventually led to a place where the sewer comes up in an alley not too far away from the Street of a Thousand.
That'll do.
Meanwhile, half an hour ago,
The city's on
Oh.
fire. We're not sure how it happened, but somehow Bombard's to blame.
Fulton,
Yes.
you arrive at the entrance to the Street of a Thousand Gods, and I do not know how surprised you are to discover that this is one of the few parts of the city that never sleep. The street is still well lit with many nice bright oil lamps. There's some not hundreds, but you'd have trouble pushing through the crowd if it gets more busy during the daytime, but right now you'd have a hard time reaching out with both arms and not touching someone.
Well, just going to walk through the crowd. Don't have to be moving very quickly. Just looking for any temple or church or anything really that I may.
If I remember right, you've stowed your helmet in your pack at the moment.
Yeah, let's keep it in the pack for now.
Okay, and your shield is
half orc.
your
He doesn't
shield
care.
is just strapped to your back.
Yes.
Okay. Good. All right. You do find a clearly marked temple to Iomade not too far down the street. There is something that somewhat troubles you, however, as there is not a whole temple, more like a street vendor's kiosk. There's a shrine about that big that clearly bears across the street from the Temple of Iomade and just a little ways up, that is clearly marked with symbols of Norgober.
Just a moment here. Okay.
Well, that creepy fucker.
Right. Him.
Not a lot you can do about him either.
Yeah.
He's not a complete ass clown. He's kind of a, he's not good, but he's not trying to be a deliberate dick to everyone he meets.
No, he's not.
He's the spy. He's just the spy. That's what he is. Information dealer.
He's not the kind of guy that, you go and destroy because they're evil. It's
No,
just...
no. He's an information dealer. He's an information broker. He handles, like, secrets and so on. He's not like a torture god or anything. His portfolio literally says things like secrets.
Yeah.
Yes, assassinations are part of that, but, well, there's such thing as good assassins. Like holy assassins and whatnot. Because, well, sometimes you can't just kick down their fucking door and stab them with a sword. You have to, like, go in the middle of the night and stab them with a sword.
Yes, I know.
Go in the middle of
what
the night
Fulton does.
Hold a
but-
shotgun.
Oh, yeah. Shotgun's very efficient at making salsa.
I hate all of you.
Alright, ignoring that for now, heading into the temple.
You don't even know what fucking happened. I'm not going to tell anyone either. No one knows it happened.
I have a feeling it's going to be news in the morning.
Pretty sure there's one person that knows it happened.
How do they even know it was a... Okay, I don't know if they know if black powder can do that. I mean, presumably they know, but... Handheld black powder, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, the temple to Iomade is small, but respectfully large enough. There are a couple priests there who are in prayer, but there doesn't seem to be any other... There doesn't seem to be anyone else here for midnight prayers.
Is it just like a standard temple layout with pews and...
Yes.
Alright, well he does go and sit in one, take out his book of the Acts of Iomade.
Plan on downing a chapter tonight.
Sorry, I missed that. What?
Plan on downing a chapter tonight?
For second act.
Okay.
Defeating a coven of witches, freeing cities from tyranny seems fitting for here.
Alrighty. Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, Lindhall finds himself...
Meanwhile,
says-
in the past.
Actually, this is at the same time, but still slightly before the other two emerge from their sewer grate.
I bet you're going to do something equally as terrible, just more on purpose.
So, Lindhall, you find yourself, say hello, handsome, offhand, and then look down at the street below. It appears that the Stained Road is named such because this is the butchery district. It's where all animals of all sorts
Ew.
are brought for slaughter.
This
And
is not a
that's-
clean district.
And it's all concentrated here because this is just the other side of a small hillock. So the blood does not run into the River Ongi. It runs out into the lower fields that lie to the west of the city.
They have to know this is going to be like Undead Central at some point.
This
This is
seems to
always
be
where
a
the
good.
Undead...
This seems to be a good place to set up shop if you're a demon worshipper.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fresh chicken bones.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh ox whole. Yeah, it's a complicated mess of streets, all wide enough for wagon, but you'd have a hard time fitting a person and a wagon widthwise in some of those roads. Mostly warehouses and slaughterhouses, and yeah, the smell is amazing, but the wind, the prevailing wind, does blow from east to west here, so clearly that's another good reason to site it here.
Well, it's a good thing I don't need to breathe.
Then you just stop doing that for a bit.
I guess I'd better. Let's see. If I were a demon worshiper, where would I go here?
Underneath a shoddy inn or indoor warehouse.
Just trying to think what the best way for me to look around this place is. Well, yeah, if you just have detect magic on so I'm gonna have detect magic on and maintain that, and I'm going to fly about 40 feet above the streets looking for any traces of magic around here, because that will probably lead me to my demon worshippers.
Okay. Let's see here.
You know, you said you had a much better idea than Gorzin's run in and shoot everything. Why don't you just text what that was out to me? Because now I'm curious.
Go in and kill everything with summoned monsters.
Okay, that would leave even more evidence. And I'm already leaving a lot of evidence around, but that's like a lot more. Oh. Yeah, it would have worked a lot better.
Yeah,
Why didn't you think of that earlier, Smack?
I'm not used to it being basically invisible.
It has an amazing stealth check.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're
Make it fit
welcome.
through really, really small places.
Okay, Lindahl. You meander across over the streets, trying to cobble together some kind of search pattern, and giving up fairly soon because they're just too labyrinthine in this district. And you don't see anything magical from the from over the streets, other than at one point you pass over a cart making a delivery of ice, and there's clearly some kind of small enchantment on the cart.
To keep the ice cold, yeah. Are there any buildings that stand out particularly? Like, are particularly cleaner than the others, or?
During your meanderings, you see that there's a couple buildings that are much newer than those surrounding them. Um, yeah, like it looks like the older ones were built during a different style of construction. Maybe the old building was demolished or burnt down or something, but this new warehouse and adjoining tavern was put up in its place. But nothing else really stands out.
So there's no butcher shop with a sign that says "Fronties not a front since 526 EI."
Sadly,
Is there a
no.
butcher store anywhere near that thing? Because if it's like an active butcher store or anything like it, that would explain where they're getting their blood for their rituals.
All of the butcheries around here work in bulk. If you want to
Okay.
find a delicatessen, go to the Marble District.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to. I guess I'm going to have to employ diplomacy and gather information from people, see if there's any particular group that's been buying a lot of blood lately. So I guess I'll spend some time investigating at the stores.
That'll be a bit difficult at midnight. Although there are a few warehouses that work through the night, and doubtless there's a few ports that operate down at the docks through the night. Most of this section of the city is dead and quiet and everyone's asleep.
That's fine. I will. Um, I will try to find the nearest tavern to here where the poor people who work here would be going to. Because I'm sure last call doesn't exist in this universe and everybody's getting shit-faced.
Okay. So you start looking for the least well-maintained tavern in the area?
Yeah, and then we'll go there and try to find some mix in amongst the folk there and try to gather some information.
Okay. Just
So
a
you are
second.
doing the walk into a bar. Hey guys, I'm evil. What do the evil dudes hang out? Are you evil? I'm evil. You like stab a kitten or something.
Oh,
I will eat this kitten.
Just to
Should I-
prove your point.
should I go ahead and prepare spells since this is praying time?
If you want to, yes, I suggest lots and lots of disguise spells, but you don't know that yet.
You may. Okay,
I
okay.
suggest a spell that allows you to unhinge a jaw to make kitten eating easier.
Well,
It's already
technically,
really easy, though.
You could like rip your jaw off, then just heal it back on.
Yes, the world of magic is fucked up. Moving on.
Why not just why not just beast form 2 to take the form of a snake? That'd be far easier than ripping your jaw off and then trying to eat something while you can't chew.
Or polymorph any object to just make your jaw dislocate.
Or just cook the kitten and eat it like a normal crazy person.
Off a
Now you-
plate with
you
a fork and knife.
You gotta swallow the kitten whole.
Why?
Anyways, before we get taken off the air, let's see here. There we go.
Yeah, the prestidigitation effect that changed the color of my clothes also changed the symbols on all my pins to some other random god. I'm going to roll randomly.
Okay. You find the least well-maintained tavern that you can spot from the air easily enough. You can hear that there's some activity inside. The sign outside is bad. It's not even carved. It's only painted with its sign, and it appears to be a mouse or maybe a rat or maybe a horse laying on its back with some wavy lines above it.
This looks like my kind of place. I randomly rolled best stat. Now all my stuff has Bastet on it.
I beg pardon?
I randomly rolled Bastet. Now all of my pins that had Alesta's symbol on them have Bastet symbol.
I see. And how overall do you look at the moment?
So all I changed was my my outfit's now red, my mask is green, and my hair is white. I'm the evil man of Christmas present.
Okay, proceed.
Greetings, hillbillies. No. Okay, so I'm going to walk into the bar. Let's take a look around the place.
Okay. You step inside.
Oh, I've
You
become uninvisible first.
That'll help. You step inside, and inside you can hear there's maybe about a dozen men drinking quietly and chatting amongst themselves in the in the bar tavern area, just behind the stairs here. But right in front of you is a desk and a set of stairs going up. A badly scrawled piece of a piece of wood which has painted on it rates for how much it costs to rent rooms for the night or the week.
Does it have the rate for the hour?
It does not have an hourly rate cited, but
Damn. This
it
seems
also
like the kind of place.
it also seems to have half of the menu written on it. And when I say half of the menu, I mean beer warm, beer cold, food, and recycled food.
Well, at least I can save the planet.
There's a man below this horrible sign who wakes up. Ah, we don't normally see anyone as well dressed as
Clean.
you here at the Festering Rat.
I was gonna say just clean.
What do you want?
Beer.
Warm or cold?
Surprise me.
All right. Flip a coin yourself. Go to the bar on the left or the bar on the right. He goes back to sleep.
Awesome. I really like this establishment. I think I'll go to the bar on the right.
You go round the stairs to the right, and you see that there's a bar and a small kitchen at the back of the building on the right side. There's a burly man cleaning glasses and not using spit to do so behind the bar.
Aww.
There's
Where are they
two
going
men.
all out with this? You should be like this fat schlub of a guy cleaning it with spit, and he's not actually cleaning it. He's actually making it worse.
And there's a dwarf.
That's the bar to the left.
And there's a dwarf cooking burgers and just flipping them with his hands.
Yeah. A goblin is the server. You only get about half the food you ordered.
There's two men who are passed completely out, leaning on the bar, and there's 3 open seats at it.
Okay, I will sit down at one of the open seats, order myself a beer.
Man fills a beer, puts it on the counter, and waits for you to slip him his silver piece.
Okay, I'll slip him the silver piece. I didn't think we were going that intricate. Obviously, I'm paying for the beer.
He's outsmarted you. It's actually 5 copper.
Bastard.
Slides you your beer. What brings someone dressed as well as you to the Festering Rat?
The name.
Honestly, I hate all of those high-class establishments. This is more my place.
Well, in that case, welcome home.
How's your night going so far?
Well, my
Pretty-
cousin's in guard duty right now in the Yellow Armory. So as long as he doesn't get turned to chunky salsa, my day's pretty good.
No. Been good so far. Only 2 murders, 1 dead by who knows what, and God knows what's causing the smell upstairs, but it's probably old Otis and his gas again.
Who knows what is my favorite way for someone to die? Start tugging back my beer.
Don't suppose you know how to tell the difference, do you, though? I'm worried about this guy sitting beside you.
Is he dead?
Don't know. Came in for breakfast this morning, hasn't moved since.
He might
Knowledge
be dead.
nature. And I poke him.
Poke.
You infer from the fresh drool you see dripping from his lip that he's probably still, at worst, recently dead.
If he is dead, he hasn't been dead long.
Good.
Keep poking him. You dead?
Continues to not stir. Barman goes back to other duties. Seems to go to the fireplace behind him and tend a pot.
Well, this does seem to be like the kind of place where I'll get the kind of information I'm looking for. You said there were a dozen men talking amongst themselves?
Scattered around the place, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to order around for the largest group of them and approach them.
From which bar do you order it?
The one with the nice cold beer.
Alrighty.
I'm not sure which one that is.
That was the one on the right.
It's probably the one that I was at where the guy was actually bothering to clean the glasses. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You buy yourself another 4 glasses. Approach one of the groups of men who are awake.
The awesome thing is, I have such a high con score that I'm in like no danger of ever getting drunk. So.
You'll still die of liver poisoning before you die of drunkenness.
The 4 of them are all dressed very similarly. They're all the same, very cheap peasants, very cheap peasants' clothes, and a heavy some kind of cotton material jacket that they use to keep warm. But currently, their jackets are just hanging off the back of their chairs. It's midsummer though, so that seems a little odd.
Must work at the ice wagon.
They eye you up as you approach.
Hi, I'm evil. No. Go ahead.
Greetings.
You see some small pieces of money change hands between the 2 furthest from you. One of the nearer says, "Huh, goes to figure. These 2 were betting that you didn't even speak common."
I speak many languages. That's not really the point. How are you fellows doing?
We're doing just fine. What's a fop like you doing in this quarter?
I honestly get tired of all those snooty bastards back in. Should have paid attention to the names of these districts.
The Marble Quarter is where most of the
Snooty
wealthy
bastards.
but non-nobility live.
Okay. I get sick of those snooty bastards in the Marble District.
Well, you ain't the only one. Those beers supposed to be for us.
Yes, on me.
Well then, we'll count that as a point in favor of your race.
They're
Take
not
the
human?
beers, pass them around the table, and they all turn their backs on you.
Well, that works
No,
well.
they all appear to be human.
I expected more flesh worms by this point. Weirdly flesh worm free.
Well, I can't just start fleshworm infestationing people. I need to make sure that somebody knows something about something.
I started shooting people without knowing anything.
Salsa!
Actually, what's funny is that they're like red chunks and there's actual salt in there, so it really is salsa.
No. Salsa contains pepper. Pepper. There's a difference.
They were at a dinner
I've been
table, weren't
making
they?
it all wrong.
Yeah,
You
I
know
think
what?
we're all making it wrong.
You know what? I think I know how to get on these people's good sides.
Uh-oh.
Charlie Ma?
Okay, just 1 second.
Summon monster Hoor.
Succubus, what?
I could summon a nymph, maybe.
That gets on everyone's good side.
Actually, no. I was going to summon my magnificent mansion and start hauling all the food out.
Just piss off the owners of the inn.
Yeah.
I'm sure they want some good food too.
They probably do.
So yeah, just a second.
Well, by my math, that's a 5-course meal for 204 people.
Yep. Actually, you know what? I'll just you know what? I will just approach a different group and try to get in good with them.
Okay.
Is there another group of 3 or more people?
There is.
You know what? I'm just going to yell out to the barkeep. Barkeep, rounds for everybody.
All right. You're going. And it's your coin first. Come on over.
And I do, and I pay for everybody.
You
1
hear him,
silver's like nothing.
you hear him muttering under his breath. Thinks he can come out here, win the hearts of hard-working men. And he makes sure to pour one for himself as well.
Yeah, keep doing that. You might get everyone drunk and get some information.
Oh, come on, my good fellow. There's no reason. There's no need for that. I gotta see if there is some whore I can summon.
It's called a succumbus, and no one wants that.
After a little bit of carousing, you do manage to get in the good graces of one group of the butcher workers.
Perfect.
They seem to have forgotten who you are because they're still cussing and swearing about and damn fops from their noses up in the air.
Took her jobs.
For the record, I'm not a fop. I'm a mage.
Mage, what kind of fop is that?
Magical kind.
Yeah, I'll use my prestidigitation to do some simple stage magic for them.
Is this your card?
A sorker. Ugh. I heard about them. Or tell me tale about one who used to use that to trick her out of her money. The good living.
Hiccup.
So, what do you do anyway? You don't do any man's work and dress like that.
Oh, I dabble in research, do a little adventuring.
Well, guess you manage some man's work even with those hands.
Well, this seems like the kind of place where this would be impressive. I look at I look around, find an empty chair. Well, it's easy. You don't really have to do a lot of work with your hands when you can do this. And I'm going to scorching ray one of the chairs to death.
Righto.
This would be hellfire rated to send it to hell, but whatever. Demons need chairs too.
That's a level 6 spell, and I don't actually prepare it. I have it on my list in case I want to cast it with my item.
Gotcha. Okay.
Then, just for the lulz, I'm going to pull that chair out I keep in my in my robe and replace the chair I broke with it.
Okay. You draw some startled shouts from men who were near it, and disapproving shouts from the bartender, but he doesn't approach you. A couple of the men start clapping. Ah, good one. Damn, these things are uncomfortable. Serves her right.
I should start hauling chairs out of my mansion.
Hey, Fop, you remind me of a man I saw once. It was not too far from here, a little ways down the Stained Road. One of the others pipes up. No, you idiot! That was next door. What? No, yeah, it was just around the corner. Once it was a hideous explosion, and some man just walked right out of it, wearing fancy robes like you. It's hilarious, really, but then the whole damn district burned down, and everybody lost their jobs, and it was bad times. I'm lucky that they hired me at the new place.
Really? You're saying that was just a few doors from here, huh?
Yeah. Next building over.
Oh,
Yeah, man, big fancy purple robes, some kind of silly mask, explosions of fire all around him. He didn't give two damns, just walked out of it like it was nothing.
Wow, how long ago was this?
Yeah, last winter? Yeah, last winter.
Well, it's a lead. Oh, that's sort of awesome. What's the food like here?
Oh, you don't want it. They put it on the menu to try and hawk it, but you see that stuff? You see that stew pot they've been tending over there?
Yeah?
I ain't never seen what goes in it. What comes out of it is just brown, just gravy. There's nothing in it but gravy.
Ugh. When was the last time any of you had a good meal?
Let's see here. It was oh yeah, last winter when when the place burned down, everyone just went in and hauled out a cut of beef for themselves.
Okay, you guys are pretty awesome. Follow me for a second.
What do you want, Pop? Streets are a bad place at this time of night, even for us. Where are you going?
So I go just outside the door, where I cast my magnificent mansion outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to start having my unseen servants start unloading food into the street from my mansion.
You're not gonna get fucking swarmed.
After a few minutes of confusion, it turns into excitement, and everyone inside starts helping themselves to handfuls, and they even start waking up some of the guys sleeping in the bunks and rooms upstairs and bringing them down. Come on, food, free food, come on.
Now, what I'm actually hoping for here is that their yelling will start waking other people around up, and I can watch people's reactions and see if I see anybody unusual get stirred from this. So I'm going to fly above the entrance to my mansion and keep an eye on everybody coming.
Alrighty. Let's see.
The fun thing is people can't enter it if I don't let them.
Yep.
It's awesome.
And so after about half an hour of the festivities, there's not enough people awake in the festering rat to go through all the food immediately. But some of them have run off and started bringing their families, and this food's actually going to go a lot further than it would if it were served as a 5-course meal, because most of these people, they're so used to getting by on scraps they can't even eat what you would call a full meal. And they start bringing people from all around. Some people are coming out in night clothes, just looking around, seeing what all the commotion's about.
Realizing food, draw out knives, kill each other over it.
Roll me a perception.
It's a good thing my party isn't here.
Oh,
Yeah, we think you've done something nice. We can't have that.
I think you're actually almost as far away as you could be from Fulton.
Yeah, about.
without leaving city limits. Okay. Yeah. Sadly, no one really stands out that you see pass by. Like, there's a few people who are, clearly they're better fed, but they're still pretty poor to your eyes.
That's fine. I'm going to. This has caused me a nice distraction that I can use to turn invisible and go and investigate that place I was told about. So
Okay.
let's start there.
Alrighty. Meanwhile, in actual time, Gorazin, Shinalar,
Yeah.
you find a hatch that can be easily opened and climb out into an alley, not too far from the Street of 1,000 Gods.
I stow my blunderbuss and try to look inconspicuous, I guess.
And Teb has fallen asleep and needs to be carried.
Yeah, I'll carry him. First things first, let's find Fulton, and then we can have that lead us to this kid's house. It's gonna be quick, like though.
Okay. How are you going to find Fulton?
I'm gonna go look for Shenalane's temple, because that's the most obvious and easy answer to the problem.
I don't have a temple, but
Oh, I thought it has God's name. Okay, what the hell is this God's name then? Okay, it wasn't that. I'm sick, shut off.
Honestly,
Inamade? Because I remember now, because I always thought it was really weird that Half-Orc was worshipping like this weird dawn goddess, right? Inamade. Okay, Inamade's temple. Sorry, I forgot that my companion didn't have a temple yet.
Iomade?
Yeah, that one.
Idomade is definitely something else.
Dawn goddess. Yeah, what was that?
no, that's Saren, right?
What? My brain hurts.
Iamunde is the goddess of paladins.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, that one then.
Righteous valor, justice, and honor.
How, pray tell, do you keep that musket pointing in the right direction?
I get really drunk. Besides, I usually use a blunderbuss. There's only one right direction. Vaguely, yeah.
So you're just going to wander down the Street of 1,000, the two of you together?
You don't have really much of a choice unless she has disguise magics.
I suppose I don't really need to worry about knowing what Iomede's symbol is, since it's all over Fulton.
Yeah, we know what it looks like.
yeah, and she can't. Yeah, no magic to disguise. She does it
Let's get
mundanely.
Fulton. Alright, we'll just have to go to Fulton then.
Alrighty.
I'll just pretend the kid's mine, I don't know.
Carry Tab in, carry on Tab, and he's small enough. You might even be able to fit him in a haversack if you didn't
I
know
have a
better
handy
about doing
haversack.
that.
We
You
should
don't
do
want
it.
to you don't want to do that though, because
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
People need air.
Yep.
You wander down the street, when suddenly there is a shriek off to your right.
Fantastic.
To the right. This is what's on my right that's causing shrieking.
You turn to the right just in time to see a dwarven woman streaking towards you with a soup spoon held high.
Well, my general reaction to that is place the child in front of me as a shield, and yell something along the lines in Dwarven of, I'm not stealing it, I'm not stealing it, I'm not stealing it, I'm not stealing it, and just sort of chanting that.
You begin chanting that as you hear a rapid staccato of tangs come off of your helmet.
Ow, fuck, ow. Lass, I'm not stealing the boy. Lass, calm down, he fell asleep.
Shinalar, do you have any reaction to this?
Save me, woman.
That's so funny.
He deserves it.
Eventually,
Salsa.
eventually Teb is suddenly snatched from your arms and the woman goes running off with him.
Oi, and I chase after
Oh,
her.
hell. We should probably give chase.
I already am. I'm sprinting after her.
Yeah, she'll
You're
follow.
talking to empty space, man.
She's gonna follow quickly.
Alrighty. They disappear in between two buildings where you didn't even think there was a gap between them, and there's a couple tight turns, but it's pretty easy to follow in the here in the dead of night, where the footsteps are only yours and your quarry's.
Right.
And you hear a door open and then slam just as you turn around a corner. You see that there's just a single door at the end of this small street, and just a cheap wooden door. Looks almost like a basement or cellar entrance, not really a whole house.
I gotta tug it open and get in.
It feels like someone's throwing a bar across it from the other side. You can hear panicked yelling inside.
Confound it all! I knock.
The shrieking slowly dies down.
I knock again.
Who's there?
Saint Christmas, who do you think it be? You ran screaming at me and took the poor boy I was escorting back home. I'd like to make sure he's not being kidnapped. Dwarf-napped, whatever we call it.
We heard the boy had been taken. What were you doing with him?
It's a long story. Would you mind letting me in?
You hear some back and forth discussion between some people inside. All right, but leave the woman behind, and that big long gun you've got.
Alright. Put the musket in she's hands and tell her to wait outside, please. And
Fine.
I wink at you and like gesture at the very, very small dot.
Yeah, she'll command it to fall.
And then I head inside. Once I put,
The door is slowly opened, and you're allowed inside.
I wander in.
You find that you have to crouch.
Wow, okay, for dwarves that's a big deal. Alright.
You see what appears to have been once maybe 15 by 6 feet of wine cellar, but has been converted into a family dwelling for 6.
Wow. Welcome to Grinding Poverty. So, I'm assuming there are 6 people in here?
There is one. Well, there are 6 beds. There is one dwarf who's tending to Teb and checking him over for any injury at the back, and there's another one right in front of you holding the same soup spoon, and there's one more sitting not too far away because they can't stand at full height at that corner of the room, holding a saucepan that looks like it. They were eating out of it before suddenly everything came bursting in.
All female dwarves, or?
It takes you a few seconds to make the
I'm a dwarf. It
determination.
takes me 0 seconds. I can fucking tell different. I know it's hard for everyone else, but come on, I am actually a dwarf. I can tell.
It takes you a few seconds to make the determination through the thick soot on all of them, because their only fireplace is whatever coals they can stack in the middle of the room. But yes, it all appears to be womenfolk here.
Right, so I'm sorry for scaring you, bad lasses, and he tips his helmet, basically. He takes his helmet off, puts it aside, finds something to sit on. Floor, if nothing else. Yeah, probably wondering
There is an
why
empty bed not far.
That'll do. Probably wondering why I had your... I'm presuming that be one of your sons.
The one who's tending to Teb scowls over her shoulder at you.
He's fine. A little shell-shocked, but nothing permanent, nothing even temporary. Just a little scary as long as he's had a rough night. Right, so this is be a long story, so I ask for your patience.
Feel free to abbreviate it to us.
In essence, I be here on my own business, but part of my business is locating column relatives. And I be minding me own, and suddenly I get inquired about some poor dwarfling who is carrying around a finger. That led me to this lad here, and well, here we are. So I didn't really have much in the way of time to be asking about the finger and whatnot. So now I suppose I just ask ye lot as to why a young dwarfling be thrown in prison over a finger. Why you'd even have a finger.
They've all begun to calm down and they listen. Eventually, one of them offers you a whole spoonful of some sort of stew.
He waves them off and instead contributes to the pot by adding like one of his rations, like his whole ration pack thing.
It doubles the contents of the pot.
Okay. They can have that. I have plenty.
One of them goes back to tending it, and the other two continue to listen to you. She says, well, you're right that the city doesn't treat us folk badly. It's just it's not many of us, so they don't know how to treat us.
With respect would be my answer. He's barely even 20. He's doesn't even got his first sprouts yet on the beard area. I mean, goodness sake, I'd take them picking off some poor orphan boy off the streets and just hurl him in the jail for no damn reason. Even if he broke the law, it's not like he'd know better.
Yeah, but they'd do that even for their own kind. It's a strict city, this.
I thought me dwarf home was freaking strict about this nonsense.
I don't know where the boy got that gruesome thing.
He said his pa gave it to him.
Yes, his father gave it to him, but I don't know where that. All of our husbands, they work out on the farm, and they're part of the crew that brings goods into town.
Well, I'll be needing to talk to him because, well, I don't want that boy being thrown back in, if that makes any sense. Gotta stop that sort of thing before it starts spreading. There has to be some reason he gave it to him. You don't just hand out fingers to your kin.
preaching to the choir there. Well, you're welcome to wait for him here.
I will be returning shortly. I have a comrade I need to check in on before I return.
Yes, actually, never mind that. We can't be seen with your elven acquaintance there.
She's an elf? I mean, I guessed, but I don't know.
A woman knows these things, dear.
Alright, I believe you. Just a matter of
Woman magic! Run away!
what makes the difference? He's an elf or not?
They're just not looked very well upon in these slums. Just, you come back, come back at the 9 o'clock hour, and they should, the men folks should be along not too after that.
What hour be it now?
I believe it just chimed 1.
That long? I suppose I can manage that. Thank you for your time, and I hope the boy's alright. I'm just hoping this doesn't lead where I think it's going to lead. Well, I wish you a good day and a good eve. I'll be speaking to your menfolk shortly, I suppose. Real quick, I need to roll something.
I beg pardon?
No, I need to finish. Hold on. Damn, I don't have it. Hold on. Do they actually intend to be here when I get back? They're just trying to shoo me out so they can book for it, right?
No, they don't seem to be. These ladies don't seem to be hiding anything.
Again, thank you for your time, and let's try and keep this quiet about my presence here. I don't like the way the god have been treating our folk, and seem to be a little too willing to toss people in jail over rather minor things. I put a gold coin down and use that to make sure the lad's alright. Then I leave.
Okay.
And I wave she down, tell her what happened. She probably already knows, and let me go find Fulton.
You head back out into the street and wander not too far before you spot a temple adorned with fabrics with emblems on it that you've seen that plastered all over Fulton. His shield, his armor's chest, his cape. Hell, he's probably got it tattooed somewhere or other.
Yes.
Condoms.
Okay. I guess we'll head in.
She will wait outside.
Huh?
She's not too comfortable with the gods.
Alrighty.
Alright, I head inside. I'm comfortable with them.
Okay.
I just look for the biggest, burliest sucker in there who's an apple.
Oh yeah. That's no problem. Shanalar. As soon as Garazan is in the door, you hear someone pipe up behind you. Charm, missus?
Excuse me.
There's a very old hunchbacked man with a tray covered in little tiny metal bent figures, and he's holding up one on a chain. Charm, missus? Keep the evil spirits away.
How much?
Oh, I only ask a single of the Baron's crowns.
A crown, you say?
A gold piece around the circle C.
He wants a whole gold piece for
This
one?
seems
What
a
a greedy bastard.
I know.
Well, it looks like the one he's dangling is actually made of silver. It's not very well made, but it's made of silver.
Ooh, shiny.
Yeah, then it's probably worth 1 silver.
Still, it might be worth it to get rid of him. She's trying to see whether or not he has ulterior motives here.
He wants to bang you.
No.
Burns are sexy.
He's holding the charm, but you notice he keeps glancing left and right. As if he's keeping an eye out for something.
Right. As a precaution, she's gonna go ahead and send her Eidolon in to Fulton and the rest.
Okay.
In case she needs to change positions quickly.
Yeah.
I'm afraid, sir, I'm not particularly interested.
Oh, but you have to have a charm to ward off the evil spirits. They're numerous in this town, you know.
I have no doubt.
The thing is, I am an evil spirit that you summon a demon. Scare the pits off him.
Summon a giant spider.
Don't tempt me. I've been looking for an excuse to summon a gargantuan spider this whole time.
Well, you have an excuse. Go for it.
Do one next time you need to ride somewhere.
Oh, yeah, she may have lost the horse last time, but she found a spider.
She'll look at him and go, "Look, the most I'd pay for that would be perhaps a silver."
I'll see your silver, and I'll barter you 3 silvers.
Silver and a half.
Oh, it's a fair deal, miss. Holds it out to you.
Let everyone know she's a girl.
They have detect gender running.
Well, she'll dig in through her purse just to see if she might be able to get rid of him.
Plus, she's apparently carrying a purse.
Coin purse.
Let's see, there's my phone, there's my bonbons.
Gotta do the manly thing. Keep all your money in your shoes.
I have a wallet because I'm normal.
Normal's boring.
I don't even carry paper money now if we're really going to get into it. But
The old man hands you the charm and tests the silver piece with his teeth, making sure it's legit, and bows and makes a half-dozen different prayer motions, and then skulks away.
it's going to be a cursed charm of some kind.
With my
Probably.
luck.
You put it, it's a charm of opposite gender.
Fantastic.
There's no difference between the two.
You look at the charm he's offered you and turn it over, and there's some really fine print etched on the back.
Can she recognize it?
It's horrible calligraphy, but it was clearly done with like a tip of a nail or something. And it says, "Don't sleep."
Fantastic.
So it summons Freddy?
I hope it does.
Alright, she'll slip
We
it into
just
her
completely
bag
changed this game.
and wait for them to come out. That way she doesn't draw more attention.
Rosen, you enter the temple, and there's no problem finding Fulton. There's only 3 people in there, and 2 of them are of very frail shape and wearing soft clothes, whereas Fulton is wearing his armor.
I beeline to Fulton and go, "This is a wonderful thing. You stick out like a sore thumb."
I suppose.
We've had a complication.
A
Yeah,
complication.
Fulton, you
Alright.
notice that Garazin smells like gunpowder.
I always smell like gunpowder. That doesn't mean a damn thing.
Yeah, he smells like fresh gunpowder.
I always smell like fresh gunpowder. That doesn't mean a damn thing.
He has, been traveling with you for at least a little bit now.
You notice bits of chunky salsa on him.
Oh, he was far enough away from that.
They're all in his beard.
Does the
No.
complication involve shooting your gun?
Aye. It more involves rescuing a poor beleaguered orphan from a fucking jail.
Also, there's an undertone to the burnt black powder of a mildly sewery nature.
Let's
Maybe
get
you
somewhere,
just
bit-
better explain yourself. Yes, let's
Alright,
leave
let's try
the
somewhere
place of
private.
question. He'll put his book away, and as he's doing that, actually bring his helmet back out and put it on.
And then we leave and get somewhere private with she.
Sounds wrong.
Yep.
Good dope.
It's not gay if it's in a three-way.
There's no one to make eye contact.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just skip over that.
So you leave the temple. Where private do you think you're going?
The sodding hell out of it. Well, actually, that place where the dwarves ran off to. That seemed actually surprisingly private.
Just the alleyway, or actually going into their place?
Not into their place, just there was a couple alleyways that led to their place. These alleyways were pretty tight and pretty much abandoned, so
I want to see Felton try to fit in their place.
yeah, that would be kind of funny. I don't think an inner can accept me.
Right. The three of you slip one of the tight alleys between the temples and into the. They're not really alleys. They're more just the spaces between the buildings that are facing opposite streets. They weren't
So they're
designed
alleys.
here. They're no. These are the backs of buildings, and only poor craftsmanship has led to the walls being separate. So there are gaps between walls.
So, explanations.
In effect, I had to. They wouldn't let me into the tower to see the boy at all.
Armory.
Armory. Captain was rather stubborn about that. So I took it in myself to bust the boy out. Because it ain't right to me to be holding a small child in jail for something he honestly can't have possibly seen as wrong. Unfortunately, things got a little messy, I'll admit it. I'm not used to humans being as soft as they are, and, well, I knocked a bunch of them out, and I busted the boy out, and I did free a bunch of other prisoners, but they're not even going to get like 20 feet.
I'm
They're
sorry,
not
did
getting
I
20
just
feet.
hear you right?
And I say, I'm speaking quietly. I incited a prison break to save a dwarf child, yes. But none of the
And-
prisoners will escape, as she can attest to. There was a guard group that were about to come storming in, like not even, 20 paces away, before she teleported in and we, got away to the sewers.
The patrol was about to return. It is unlikely they would escape.
But it caused enough trouble for them not to come running straight after us, and there's a good chance that this won't be a problem. But I needed this boy because he's my ticket into this problem. We're here for a reason, remember that. We're not here to uphold their particular laws. We're here to find one fella, and this is my best lead. Now, I understand I broke some laws and yada yada, and I'll pay for it, yada yada, but for now, I need to focus on the job we're here to do, which is, I got my lead, gonna get talking to some dwarf fellers that work down to the farms. Things will get straightened out, but for now, yes, I did a bad, yes, it kind of out of choice.
So, besides the prisoners who may or may not have been recaptured, what should I be expecting in the morning when the alert goes out for a dwarven prison break?
Well, not necessarily dwarf prison break. There wasn't any evidence that a dwarf did it beyond some prisoner's word. No doubt they're going to believe them. But then again, I am going to want you to use your magic-y hoo-haws to make me look a bit different, if possible. Just in case. Just nothing overly, like, just subtleties, like bigger nose or something. I'm also going to braid my beard different, but I like they'd fucking notice.
Going to be very quiet for a moment.
But,
Maybe I will shave your beard.
lad, you did not just make a gist of that. That ain't funny.
I'm sorry,
Well,
are you under
just
the
called
impression
them
that breaking
their
into the Yellow
magical
Armory and
hoo-haws.
freeing all of the prisoners is funny?
It wasn't freeing. I just blew off the locks. They're going to be captured within, like, the hour. It's distraction.
Besides which,
yes.
unless you're hiding some ability that you have not been very sneaky thus far. How did you get past all of the guards?
Magic.
I did cast a spell of invisibility on him.
The problem ain't what I did. I was probably wrong. Yada yada. Shouldn't have done that.
There's no
But I
probably
had this
about
one
it.
chance to talk to the lad. I needed to take it. What
What was the other alternative?
Waiting a couple hours?
Well, waiting until the Inquisitor got there, punished the poor lad with whatever horrors, and from then, I don't even know if the lad would be willing to talk. If there was a lad to talk to. I don't know if they're freaking... Considering they threw him in jail over a finger, I don't want to think what happens. Considering he had a previous... what's the word?
Offense.
Thank you. I don't seem exactly lenient here, if you get me. There's a good chance he would have cut off his hand, Previous offenses, now an offense that's like actually legitimate. Sounds like hand chopping to me.
Yeah, but then he'd also have a severed hand. That's like 5 times better than a severed finger.
Okay, no. No, you horrible voice in our heads.
Good call.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Okay, staring at the sky for a moment, praying for guidance to not go insane from this.
Alright, lad, it was a bit rash. I'll grant you that, but I need this boy, because I need the testimony, and I need to talk to him.
Yes,
We have a
you've
job.
made your point.
If I just stayed with this, wouldn't have been an issue.
It was your idea not to be related.
Aye, but I didn't know he'd be so uptight about it. You didn't really clarify how uptight he was and why you were able to get in. Here, I thought he just let you in because you asked, but turns out it's because you're a cleric. Apparently, wearing colors around here is a big deal.
Well, yes. You realize that we are standing near the Street of 1,000 Gods.
Okay, lad, I'm just going to be frank with you. Any city that has more than 2 races has a street of 1,000 gods. You want to know how how many gods are in the Dwarven Pantheon? There's 8. 8 gods. And if you don't observe all 8, you get cursed. Usually. Depends on which one you're ignoring. So yeah, you got more than 2 races in any single city, street of 1,000 gods. It's very common.
In any case, you said you're waiting to speak with the boy's father now?
He should be in here in about, 5-6 hours. He said at 9. Just 1, I believe, now, so it's 8 hours, my bad.
And where are you going to meet with this man?
Not actually too far from here, as a matter of fact. You're not going to be able to go in the house, not because, they don't like you, just it's literally too small. I have to crouch.
Here's
They are
another
the most
question for you.
They're in grinding property, aye?
Because I assumed he was with you. Where is Lindahl?
Lindahl?
I saw him in the alley before the altercation.
Gonna look around to see if our invisible friend to see if he actually says anything. But he won't.
He's either being an ass or he's not here. Can assume he's not here.
That aside, there is one other matter I would like to broach.
Alright.
And at this point, she'll take out the trinket, pass it around. Hopefully, they face up. Hopefully, they realize not to just blurt it out.
It is a small pendant, a very rough and barely recognizable feather in the middle of a circle. Seems to be made of silver, and on the back, carved very badly, but nevertheless carved readably, is in common, "Don't sleep."
Do I know anything about a feather in a circle symbol?
And now it's local for me
Ooh.
to see if I know if it's like a local thing.
It's the knowledge religion, pretty please.
Okay, Claire,
My
do
good
what you
one.
do.
Yeah, you're asking for symbology, not religion.
There it is.
It is just a feather on its own is unfortunately a little generic. It could be any of a couple messenger gods, or a like very minor messenger gods, or it could be one of a handful of gods, but they're all either messenger gods or omen gods.
Not my speciality. It occurs to me that I might want to go talk to the dwarf folk again. They might need to move house if the guard know they live in this particular part. Because if the guard know they live here, they might come a knocking and take the boy again. And that'd be a bad.
I would assume this
Yeah.
feather symbol is for one of the messenger gods, since it is being specifically used as a message.
Fulton, you do actually remember from the from your discussion with the guardsman that they don't know where the boy lives. He's been picked up several times, and he just went home when released.
So they don't actually know where they would live. Okay,
No.
so never mind then. That's good.
Don't sleep.
Well, that sounds just outright creepy.
Alright, detect magic.
There is nothing magical except what you guys are wearing.
Which is an excessive amount of magic. We're like fucking beacons.
And who gave this to you?
One of the old men selling trinkets.
I'm actually going to spend a minute cleaning out my blunderbuss to make it look like I haven't fired it a bit.
Sure.
And
You
I'm
going
make
to
sure
try and do that in the confines of this alley?
I might go a little bit further down so I'm not like rubbing elbows with these two, but doesn't take that much
Alrighty.
space.
Yep.
It's a tube. I just face it upwards, and there I go.
Okay.
I just want to get sure it looks like I haven't used it in a while before hiding it in my pack, my handy haversack, just one of the less used spaces.
He was highly suspicious and suggested this trinket explicitly. There is no doubt that it was intended as such.
Also, he had demon eyes.
Well, don't we all?
I carry around a pair.
I mean, like that. That's just something you could get if you want.
I think that's a good way to get stabbed by the lawful good people.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to get stabbed by lawful good people.
Beyond the obvious broad message of this, I really have no idea. Don't sleep.
Now, what was the dwarf lad's name again?
Teb Woodrope.
Wood rope, as in like wood rope.
Yep.
A wooden rope. Alright. Okay. Odd clan name.
It's not a clan name.
Regardless, obviously someone knows we're here.
At least that you were here. But, yes. Why you?
Could be chance or convenience. I was waiting outside.
Gorzin pokes his head around the corner he likely turned. What's this about knowing we're here?
If we are given a message, even if it is only to Shinalair, obviously someone knows we're here.
You think this be a message delivered to us?
Either to us or to some category of people that we fall into, perhaps newcomers to the city.
Don't sleep. That's not a good fucking sign.
No.
How the hell do we avoid doing that? For more than a day or two. If you got magic to help me out with that, I'd appreciate it, but short of just toughing it out, I don't know how I'd manage.
It would be best if we found a secure location when we have the need.
Outside the city.
Outside the city? They would have to be able to get to it. And
Or perhaps we can request Lindhall's assistance.
His mansion, yes, maybe.
that could work. Ain't it obvious, though? Is it an invisible mansion, or...
I would
Can
not
you
know
make
the
it invisible?
mechanics of his magic.
We'll have to ask
But-
him whenever he shows up next.
Yes, we have to find him again.
Well, we can't find him. That's just literally impossible. We have to wait for him to come to us, and he will, because he's going to need something.
How about ascending?
Well, that might work if you know it.
When I basically just prepared it.
Do you have any kind of body shifting magic? You know, something like disguise him?
Unfortunately, I only have that for myself.
Probably. Just a moment.
If you do, I could use some. Doesn't have to be very, super detailed, just some basics.
Well,
I mean,
not
it's-
to make me look like a murderer.
I never said I killed anyone.
Other than those guys you killed.
Shut up. No one knows my dirty secret.
So it sounds like it's not going to be secret for very long.
No, probably not, but
You're gonna have to pay off the half-elf.
probably. Well, what help does it... How does it help our cause if here's my argument. How does it help our cause if the crazy fanatical cleric knows I had to accidentally kill a guy? All it does is cause strife. There's no
In all
reason he needs
fairness,
to know.
she's true neutral. She doesn't really care.
Yeah, he killed someone. Yeah.
It was for our cause. She's okay-ish.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Tell my wife hello.
And we always somehow wind up doing that every time we talk about neutrality.
Go to
Yep.
page alert.
But sir,
I am
we're
just-
already at beige alert.
Go to slightly bezier.
I don't know, but my gut says maybe.
I'm just checking how many spells there are on the cleric spell list that can
There's
change
a
someone's
lot.
appearance.
Disguise self would be the one that's just the simple, or disguise other. That's it. It's just the simplest. It's just like, hey, you look like it's literally minor details. They look a bit shorter. They look a bit
There is
taller.
actually no disguise
Is-
spell on the cleric spell list.
Yeah, disguise other is bard, inquisitor, sorcerer, wizard.
Clerics don't get disguisey spells.
Nope.
No, it inquisitors do, but clerics aren't about hiding their identity.
No,
or
they're
that
about
others.
yelling it from the heavens.
Unless
Alright.
they have the trickery domain.
Fair enough.
Speaking of which,
You know,
we should just-
I mean, could increase your size and say you're something.
Something, yes. I'm just going to go with the very simple of the only proof you had that I was there at all is a bunch of crazy, scared out of their mind, in the middle of the dark prisoners who would
And-
tell you anything to get out of
And
there.
that
You just talked to the captain.
talked to the guy
guard.
right before it happened. Yeah.
So, it doesn't mean anything. That's not evidence
And you
of
were very
anything.
frustrated that you couldn't get in to see this boy.
Let's
Just-
Still
see
doesn't mean
here.
anything.
Okay, here's what you do. You shave his beard, cast a large person on him, tell everyone he's a human.
No,
That
no,
is-
and no.
That is a thing you can do.
No,
I
no,
could
and
help
no.
with that. I got an enlarged person.
Triple no. Doesn't last long enough, number one. Number two, don't touch the beard. Number three, I will hurl myself over the edge of the earth before someone touches the beard.
Someone hand me some scissors and I'll cast Hold Monster.
I have a gun.
I have Miracle if I really need to.
I still have a gun. I have a magic gun.
But yeah.
Where'd you
not
purchase
discuss-
that?
Yeah. Are you, Fulton? Are you considering communicating with Lindahl?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me go check something real quick. Need to actually compose a message for this.
25 words. Go ahead and type it up. Meanwhile, on the stained road, Lindahl. So, the tavern, the Festering Rat, it actually shares one wall with a warehouse that is just around the corner, and with some prodding, you get confirmation that that building, the building next door, those are the ones that burnt down, and hell, half the Festering Rat did as well.
Okay, time to go look around. Invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm actually just going to teleport inside instead of opening a door, I'm just going to teleport inside the building.
Okay.
There, just go to the door and teleport to the other side of the door.
Okay. You find yourself in what appears to be a mostly storage-centered warehouse these days.
Is there light here?
I'm just checking. There isn't actually illumination in most of it, but you can see that there's that somewhere across the room there is some there appears to be someone working at a desk by candlelight. You're way back, like 40, 50 feet away in the shadows, though.
Okay, well, I'll invisibly approach and see if I can see what he's up to.
Ah, dark vision. Okay, good.
Oh yeah,
Ew.
yeah, that's why I was asking if there was light. I need dark vision if there isn't.
Yep. You wander closer, and there's a man clearly of merchant demeanor here. He's well dressed and even wearing a couple decent rings. He's working away at some kind of manifest. Running his finger down one piece of paper and then making 5 hashes to count it off each time he sees it. Taking totals, basically.
Okay.
This warehouse is filled with all kinds of things. There's boxes of there's boxes of various building materials here and there. There's a bunch of crates of chickens not too far away. There's still living chickens.
Chickens, you say?
There's let's see here. There's barrels of booze around, barrels of lantern oil not too far away. All kinds of stuff in here.
Well, I think I'm starting to see how this place burned down.
There is message. 21 words.
Okay, well, I guess I'm receiving that now.
In the next couple minutes, yep.
I guess I will, I'll stay invisible. I'll float up to the ceiling. And then I will try to talk to the man as a disembodied voice.
Alrighty. What do you say?
What do you know about... Hello, sorry. Hello, what do you know about the fire that happened here last winter?
Man startles. Who's there?
Batman.
I'm the goddamn Batman. Sorry. Someone seeking information.
Information. Alright. That means you're no spirit. You're in here somewhere with me. He draws a short sword from his waist.
Oh, if you want to roll initiative, we can do this, buddy.
Come on
I
out.
imagine she actually says that.
Come on out, you coward.
The good news is, he's flat-footed. Reach excruciating deformation.
Alrighty, go for it.
Okay, you're the Joker now.
Let's see here. Your touch attack. 23, that's fine. Causes your target to become painfully malformed. Each round. Okay, 2d6 non-lethal, point of dex, point of con. And each round, new fort to resist it for that round. Okay then.
Now I ask you again. What do you know about the fire last winter?
Just a second.
Yeah, I got to do it.
What is the DC, by the way?
Oh yeah, sorry. It's a level 3 spell normally.
Yes.
26.
Okay. He suddenly doubles over in pain and swings his sword madly around and starts patting his chest over, looking for the wound. And what? Where are you? Show yourself! I'm not telling you nothing.
I can make it stop any time. It continues until you tell me.
Don't know anything about the damned fire. He accidentally knocks over a pile of boxes that seemed to contain rotten produce. Doubles over in pain again. Come on, show yourself, or there'll be consequences. He definitely seems to be lying so far.
Oh. It stops when you stop lying to me.
Well, I don't have to put up with this. And
I said stop lying to me.
he starts making his way towards a small door near the front of the building.
Okay, that's it. I'm going to slap Fleshworm Infestation on that as well.
Fleshworm, you closing? No, reach. Okay.
Yeah, it's fun because they stack. Fuck this guy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 15, but it's versus his touch, his flat-footed touch, so I think I'm fine.
Yes, you are. Okay, so this is also fort. Level 4, DC's 27.
Yep. I really should get Pain Strike too, so I can really lay into people.
Okay. Actually, he rolled really well and beat both DCs this round. He makes it to the door and shoves his way in. Seems to be a small office at the front of the building.
Okay. So he's managed to get through the door, get through it, and close it.
He hasn't closed it behind him. He's just disappeared through the doorway.
Okay. In that case, move action. I'm going to. How many feet away did he go?
He's the door's 45 feet from you.
Okay. You know what?
Fireball. No.
I'm going to use Wall of Fire to stop his retreat.
Okay.
I cast that behind him.
Okay.
That way he can't run any further.
You mean to keep him from coming back out of that office?
No, I'm casting it into the office behind him. So he can either stand there and keep taking fire damage, or he can come back.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So a wave of a wall of flame fills the office, and he screeches in surprise.
Now, are you going to give me my information or not?
Checks for the round. Rolled high again. Okay. He sheds back. You can't frighten me. You're just some two-bit sorcerer trying to squeeze me. I'll show you. And he jumps through the flame.
Dumbass.
2d6, right?
Yep, 2d6 plus 17, 22.
Okay. And you hear him banging around in that office.
Well, I might want to cast more spells on him, but I can't see him now, jerk. So I'm going to have to dimensional step 50 feet to get behind my wall of fire as a move action.
Okay.
And so he's flailing around in this office now.
He's digging through the drawers of a desk here.
Well, we can't have that.
Do you have dimensional agility?
Yes, I do. Remember, we had that whole thing about it.
Yes. Okay. Then you do still have a. Oh, you still have a move action.
Dimensional steps is a move action, isn't it?
I thought it was a standard. Hold on. Where's the ability from again?
I'm bringing it up.
It's the teleport school.
Yeah, it's sort of annoying to get to.
No, that's shift.
It's the base conjuration school. Oh yeah, it is a standard action. Okay. I could have used shift. Oh well, whatever.
All right, let me just roll his checks for this round.
Are you going to give me my information, or do I have to keep this up?
Ooh, he failed them both that time. So he is staggered, and his dex is getting a little low. He can only take a move or standard. Okay, he's been digging about in this desk, and he pulls out from it a wand. And unfortunately, that's
It took
his
all
turn.
my wealth over the 8 generations of my family, but it's a wand of wishes. I am immortal.
No.
Pew, 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 pew. Time
Your turn.
stop. Multiple layers of fuck you.
Your
I
turn,
might actually
Linval.
be. I might actually be glad I used Mad Monkeys.
See?
Oh yeah, they can attempt to steal his wand. Okay, that's fun. I'm gonna cast Mad Monkeys.
Monkeys.
Of course.
Terrifying death monkeys.
Unfortunately, that actually my invisibility was broken once I cast Fleshworm Infestation.
All right. Let's see here. Casting time, 1 round. So they'll appear at the start of your next turn.
Oh yeah, right. I haven't actually clicked it yet. See what else I can do.
Okay.
Grappling him wouldn't stop him from using a wand, would it?
I think no, but if you drew your sword, you could get an AOO on him as he tried to activate it. Your call how useful that'll be.
Yeah, he doesn't get a. He doesn't have to make caster concentration checks to use a wand. It doesn't help. Oh wait, I think just a sec. I could.
Use the monkeys.
It attacks reflex, but yeah, I can try that. I'm going to cast grease on the wand to try to make him drop it. He gets a reflex save to avoid dropping it.
Okay. Decoding on an item. Object wielded or employed, reflex. If they fail, they drop the item. A round check must be made each
Might not work,
time
but
they try to pick it up or use it. Oh, okay. Level 1, DC's 25.
24. Might not work, but worth the shot.
Mm-hmm. He rolls it exactly.
Oh well, when he tries to use it, he has to make it again, so.
Yeah. Okay. He gestures it at you, making the reflex check. It just says a throw must be made each round they attempt to pick up or use it, but it doesn't. Like it says specifically if the initial throw fails, they drop the item. It doesn't say what happens if they fail the subsequent check.
Let's assume they drop the item. It's a sleepy, greasery thing. It's just pew, go to the ends.
Yeah, that's the only thing that could possibly mean.
I guess so, but it's bad phrasing.
Yeah, well, that's a 3.5 spell for you.
Yeah.
The books are full of bad phrasing.
Yeah. All right. So he starts to wave the wand, and flicks it in your direction, and it instead falls to the ground.
Damn it!
Are you
And
quite
I looked
done
through fire
trying
for
to
that.
resist me?
1 second before you get to ask your question, I need to make his checks.
That's when the sending comes in.
That was not a good time. I'm Batmaning.
And there's a brief flash of nausea in his face before he falls over and lies on the ground, breathing heavily, his eyes still looking about. It looks like he has been reduced to paralysis.
Awesome. You really should have given me the information.
He fish mouths helplessly.
You know what's funny is if you show up to like Fulton with this poor mangled person and just dump on the floor going, fix him, I need information, Gorzin will look a lot better by comparison. So please do that.
It's hard to say.
No, it's not.
No, I don't. I'm not stupid enough to think that the cleric would condone this or help.
That is a good stance to take.
I don't really have any way to allow him to talk. I'm just seeing if I have anything useful in my thing.
If you have regeneration or something, you could get rid of the paralysis. Might want to restrain him first, though.
Yeah, I don't. I was hoping I had, well, I could use ascending, but... Yeah, looks like he can't talk to me anymore. Well, I guess that's too bad for him. He's helpless now, so, well, you're of no use to me anymore. Enjoy
Face
the
melt.
positive energy plane.
Where you will literally explode. I reduced a guy to chunky salsa. You slowly paralyze the man and hurl him into a plane where he will literally implode. I think you're the worst person.
I think that hits a helpless creature. He gets a will save to avoid being sent to the positive energy plane.
DC is, oh god, it's going to be 30 or something, isn't it?
That's a level. Plane shift is a level 7 spell, so yeah, DC's 30.
Doomed. He's doomed.
Right, I'll make
And
this
I have
one
another one if he makes it. So
I'll make this one in the clear then. Nope.
Oof.
Poof.
He vanishes under your hand.
Well, I guess I'd better start looking around this place. I go back invisible, and I'm going to rummage through this place. I'm going to rummage through his notes. I'm going to look through his office. I'm going to see what I can find.
Also, take
And-
that wand of his.
Yeah, also I'm going to take his... Well, I'm going to wait for the... Well, I can dismiss Grease, I think. So,
Yes.
I'm going to take his wand. Yeah, I probably should see what his wand is, so detect magic and spellcraft.
Mhm.
See what he thought he was going to do to me.
Yep. Go ahead and roll it.
What if it's fairy fire? That'd be funny as hell.
So yeah, I'm just gonna... so I'm gonna rummage through this place, and, if he's working here, eventually somebody's going to miss him and come looking for him, so I can wait.
And then interrogate that person.
Exactly.
Anyways, this appears to be a chain lightning wand.
Well, that's good then, because my reflex is shit.
Sure.
And it was crafted at a fairly high caster level too.
Well, this may come in handy for me. I'm going to hold on to that.
Alrighty.
This is mine pocket.
At least I got a nice item to replace that folding chair. What caster level is it?
It is. Yeah, the minimum's 14. This one is actually at 16.
Yay for a higher DC.
Awesome. Actually, it just increases the damage. The DC is the same either way.
Mhm.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to dismiss my wall of fire. And then I'm going to start rummaging through the place. Gonna look through all his notes, going to look through all his stuff. He must have had other stuff than the wand because he had to reach around for a bit, so let's take a look.
In this desk, it appears to have been mostly full of paperwork and odd coin and just various administrative rubbish. Back in just a second.
Lindahl is the nicest person.
Yeah, he truly cares about everyone he meets.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing.
How has Lendon not been smited by whatever paladin passes by exactly?
Because nobody can tell he's evil.
I think you could tell after this point.
He's not evil in public, and he has...
He's not evil in public.
Well, he isn't.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he just seems like sort of a jerk. That's nothing to kill someone over.
Yeah, you don't smite people for being a jerk unless you're evil.
Hell, you don't even really smite people just for being evil unless you're evil.
Yeah.
They actually have to do something to be worthy
You
of
have
it.
to catch them in the act.
Because yeah, the old thing goes back to alignments are about your beliefs. So it's about like a farmer who's never done anything in his life but is chaotic evil. Should a paladin smite him?
Anyways, you dig around in this desk, and yeah, you just find various administrative trash that people toss in a drawer because they need to clear the desk off. Let's see here. You don't find any other neat wands or anything. There is a shipping ledger here. Various scrawls of what good, how much of it, and when it was picked up by whom. Nothing really interesting in this office.
Okay, how about the book he was tending to when I got here?
That was back out in the warehouse proper, the little desk by candlelight he was working at there.
Yep, like I'm going to rummage through this whole place. I have the time. So I'm going to go invisible while I rummage through the whole place and wait for somebody to come looking for him, because I'm sure somebody will.
In the meantime,
Alright.
you probably get the sending.
Yeah, you'll have gotten the sending by now, at some comedically plausible moment.
And you probably have to respond to that, so type that up,
Yep.
I suppose. Let's see. Rebraid my beard. Make sure the blender blast is clean. Looks like it hasn't been used. Make sure it's in the handy behavior sack and not in my hands.
Dye your hair, clean your fingernails.
I might want to actually clean myself. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. Yeah, we're probably gonna head back to the inn at some point. If we do, I'm definitely taking a full-on bath and so on.
Ditto.
You find at the desk out here, there's only the papers he was working on, but they're kind of interesting as you begin to read down them, because it seems to be on two pieces of paper. One of them is just a completely unsorted list of things, and the other is he was busy totaling them up. And the list of things, it starts out mundane, a set of cooking knives, a new wash pot, a new chamber pot. Reads like things purchased or things sold. Some new curtains, some plates, entrails of a white cat, a whole turtle, and yeah, it keeps on going there, and it's just a list of apparently small sacrifice grade material from various animals under 10 pounds.
Ooh, that's interesting. Too bad it doesn't seem to say where it was shipped to.
There is a scrawled signature beside some of these items, but considering you don't even know who it was that you just beat upon and then banished.
It's probably him. Well, like I said, somebody's going to have to come looking for him eventually. I'm just going to I don't have the spell alarm, do I? I sort of want to get my 2 hours of sleep, but I don't want to sleep through somebody coming. Yeah, I know Unseen Servant, don't I? Yes. Okay. So I will cast Unseen Servant using. Actually, I will prepare Unseen Servant in my unused slot and cast it, and have him wake me up if anyone. Have him wake me up if anyone shows up, and curl up on the floor for 2 hours. So when I wake up, I can prepare my spells.
Okay then. In the meantime, you guys receive Lindall's returned sending.
The Festering Rat sounds like a lovely place.
I'd rather not, though. Sounds like it. No, I'd say we head back to our, place of stay.
You
if
may,
Place
anyone-
of
but-
stay. I don't want to say its name out loud here in the middle of the street.
You may, but I need to go track down Lindahl.
if it comes up though, if the questioning comes to like where I've been after talking to the crazy fella, the captain, I just head straight to you, Fulton, and that was that. That's our agreed upon what happened this night.
That's our
And
alibi.
why are we not together again? Should the captain come and speak with me, where have you gone afterwards?
Back to where I have a, back to where I sleep. You don't know. You're not my minder. You would presume back to, because you're the one who originally told me about it, so I had gone to find you and talk about it. And you just said to me you didn't know better, and then I head back to wherever it is I spend the night. And that's all you know.
Alright.
That is all.
Please don't cause any more complications.
I try not to. So yeah, I'm heading to the Ugly Pony if it's not clear.
And she'll be
Alrighty.
going along. She
Yeah, the
makes smelling
story
like
is-
sewer.
The story is effectively after he stubbed me, I just head straight to the Street of a Thousand Gods, talked to Fulton, then went to the Ugly. Well, he doesn't know I went to the Ugly Pony, but yeah.
Yeah. And I'm heading to Lindahl's mansion.
Okay. All right, we will pick up there next session.
Then at some point in the morning, Fulton is going to be very annoyed.
Why would he be more annoyed in the morning than he was just now?
Because he didn't know anyone had died so far.
Oh, that, yeah, well.
Minor point, yeah.
Little
Two,
bit.
two people have died, depending on where he landed on the positive energy plane.
But he will never know Lindahl's, basically.
Nope.
Not unless
No,
Lindahl
I
decides to
wouldn't.
tell him for some reason.
He went missing, so he could learn it later, but that's not like an immediate, oh, he's dead.
We're in a really shady town. People can go missing without it being related to us.
I guess.
I totally murdered that guy.
You know, that's the thing you shouldn't say.
Yeah, I did kill a man on accident, oopsie doodles.
I purposely murdered a dude for fun.
Was
He
the
wasn't
dude evil?
quite dead yet. And
Well, once we figure this thing out and taking the Harrow to jail, I'll probably pay for a resurrection.
anyways,
Or just have you do it on that note. Why don't you just fucking do it when we're over with this? Mr.
I don't
High
have
Level
material
Clerk.
right now, but
We can totally get it. It'd take like a day.
yeah. But he
Sorry for the
doesn't know yet.
inconvenience. We had to save the world and stuff. Here.
I don't think finding Kodak actually saving the world right now.
I know, but that's the excuse if you're an adventurer.
see you all
Alright.
next week.
Yeah.
I wanted
next-
See ya.
information, and he was being a jerk. That's my excuse.
All right.